On today's episode of the Nostalgia Test podcast, we put the 1985 American adventure comedy film, The Goonies, to the ultimate test. The Nostalgia Test. Goonies never say die.
That's right.
Hey, you guys.
I was going to do that. See, I'm going to have to
It's not making
that
funny.
part
You
out.
could have
Like,
just done
okay.
it. Why? We're not. That's what's in the movie.
You have to do that.
You have-
like,
like,
can you
stop.
say Goonies and not do that?
Come on. You're not making fun of the character. They made that. That's the character, Dan. Don't
Yes.
go all 2025 on us.
And
here.
he's
We're stuck in the
We're
80s.
going to talk about how enduring he is.
Oh God, you couldn't wait for that drop. What's up,
Well,
Dan?
everyone,
Welcome.
welcome to the Nostalgia Test podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Dan Dissinger, here in LA. I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho, there on Long Island. And
We're waiting
Manny.
for Billy, but we have a
waiting for
guest.
Billy. From
Apparently,
Long-
we may have an audience. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Dan's trying something new, ladies and gentlemen. He's
I
trying
might have
something
messed
new.
up the whole invite, but I don't think I did. I think people are just like, yeah, I'll
Well,
come.
they
Fuck
didn't
it.
pay to be on. If they don't come on, I think it's fine.
Well, our friend Stephanie Machado, who I'll probably keep her name in this because she listens, didn't know what Goonies was. So, I mean,
She never saw the movie.
no, she never saw Goonies.
What? Oh, no.
Did she live it? Well, she was. Well, family was Portuguese, but so was mine.
So is yours.
That's weird. I'm bugging out.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
so-
you saw the Goonies, and you didn't have cable growing up.
Of course. Who didn't see Goonies?
One of my best friends is Portuguese. Now I have to check with her and see if she watched it.
Get her on the phone now, Megan. Get her on the phone.
So it's a guest episode, Dan.
Yes,
and,
guest episode.
And Billy will be popping in. He's just
Yeah.
doing fatherly things.
Yes.
Yes.
And this guest, Dr. Meghan P. Nolan.
Going official. I like it.
Well, here's the thing. Megan suggested the Goonies way in the beginning of our podcast when I put out the suggested test. And the suggestion wasn't just like Goonies. It was, I cannot believe you guys haven't done Goonies yet. You should be ashamed. Isn't this the whole point of your podcast? So it was like a whole paragraph.
I will say this, Megan. So any of the ones that we know are going to be great, like we kind of say it, and then we're like, well, let's pass it up because, like, it's kind of like it's such
wanna
a good,
watch the
it's
crap
such a
first?
well-known movie that we're like, oh, we're just gonna not be able to like. I know we can make fun of it no matter what, but like,
Yeah.
but then we know we're all gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be great. It's a
Oh,
love
man.
fest, but like, so we save those because like
All
we
right.
got to go to the ones that are kind of like in the in between where like maybe Dan likes it but I didn't, or Billy and I liked it, or we like gang up on.
Oh, so are we
whoever,
like
you know.
unanimous on this?
I think we might be, but I don't know. Like we might be.
No idea.
Like, maybe it's nostalgic, but maybe it doesn't pass the test. Maybe it did pass the test. Maybe some people were just like, actually, I didn't like it at all. But we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. Because we always think something
But it
that
is a
can always
great
be
suggestion.
variable.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I've been looking forward to doing Goonies. I mean, it's a great movie from our childhood. It is a movie. I mean,
it
that-
spawns probably about 5 to 10 different costumes that you could wear on Halloween. Right?
Well,
Yellow
part of
raincoat.
the-
Yellow
you gotta think about
raincoat.
this.
Chuck's flowery like shirt that he has. You know, there's the brother working out with the little tricycle. I mean, there's so many costumes.
The super short shorts, the 80 shorts.
Yeah.
bro.
Sweatpants with the bandana with the sweatband on his head. Like there's so many things. You could go as Data.
Just like
wearing
the mom
all
said,
his
data,
gadgets.
data.
And we got to talk about. We got to get into that too. How he's
Oh.
walking around with a mitt that and he's
yeah.
able to walk around
Yeah.
with like 80 pounds of machinery on
Yeah.
him. He's
That
just a
kid
little
probably
child.
weighs 80 pounds.
I know.
It's like soaking wet.
Soaking wet. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
But
god.
anyways,
Dude,
So
the 80s was all about stereotypes, though. So
Oh,
that's
it-
what I
I mean,
love
you
about
had
you
to.
saying this, because it's like, yeah, there are costumes there. It's like every single 80s movie has these stereotypes. Like, it's just
Yes.
amazing. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
one just encapsulates it. Like, it's so
Oh,
good.
I mean,
So good.
shorts on top of sweatpants. I mean,
yes,
that to me,
that means you worked out.
that means you're
What is that
gross.
stretchy thing, by the way? Like, is that a workout?
Oh, that
Okay, we're gonna
the-
get
some
into
the
that.
springs.
thing. They said it was. They sold a lot of them. That's an infomercial
Get some
thing
mattress
right there.
springs and put some handles on them and
He
stretch
was-
them as far as you can.
Yeah. And-
Yeah,
Okay. I
break
have a
them.
lot to say about his character, who's useless, basically useless. But
He's supportive. He's Big Brother support, man.
oh yeah. He's useless. He gets tied up by a slinky. He's been working out for the whole movie, and he gets tied up by a slinky, basically, and he does nothing. We'll
By
get
some
into
10-year-olds.
it. Yeah, we'll get into this, but like
Oh, we
Goonies,
haven't yet?
1985. Well, got to do a little, we got to do
Yeah,
a
I
little
know,
facts.
we
I
gotta do
got to
facts.
plagiarize the Wikipedia page and just talk
Okay.
about it. 1985's American adventure comedy film, directed and co-produced by Richard Donner, from a screenplay by Chris Columbus and based on a story by Steven Spielberg. Now, I just want to say this right off the bat.
Christopher Columbus wrote this? Sorry. I know that was bad.
So I always thought
I knew
Spielberg-
one of you was going to do that. I knew it.
He took this too?
I always thought that Spielberg had like more to do with this other than just a story
Everybody
about it.
always thinks that.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Wait,
Yeah.
but first, wait. But hold on a second. That's like saying that's getting into like, so you're giving all the credit to like the directors. He was a co-producer. It's not like he didn't have anything. Without him, the story doesn't exist. And you're like, I thought he had more to do with it.
Well,
I mean, a writer is, I mean,
I
he
thought
wrote
he
it.
wrote
man.
it.
Well, it
Like-
says
Well, he
he
did. It's
was a
his story,
writer.
man.
He's part of the
Story.
It's just
which means-
Donner like just put ink to paper, but it was
Right.
his story.
Right. He made the story, which means whatever he did to make the story. But then Richard Donner, Chris Columbus wrote the screenplay. And I thought Spielberg directed this, but he didn't, though Spielberg was definitely all over this, all over this. It feels like a Spielberg movie.
The
And it
timing
stars-
is a Spielberg. Every scene is Spielberg timing.
Yeah.
Every-
So
like the tempo is all
oh
Spielberg.
yeah. Yeah, the 2 hours though, way beyond your parameter of an hour and a half. Man.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
I have said this before.
Uh-huh.
If a movie is good,
Uh-huh.
you don't notice the time.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right. Okay. All right.
Tell
Unlike
that to
Free
my
Willy.
kids.
Well, that's the problem. Your kids have been born with screens are everywhere, and we have 5-second to 30-second intervals of
18
attention.
seconds. The adult attention span is 18
Yeah.
seconds.
So
now.
like
Oh,
that's
boy.
the problem now too. Like there's no way anybody could make it. Like that's why I actually think they should. And I have brought this up, and that's why Dan's bringing it up, is that they should bring back the 90-minute movies, because we've all lost our attention span for a
Mm-hmm.
2-hour movie, 3-hour movie. Like I was just
I
at-
don't disagree with that. I
was
still
just
haven't
at
seen
Mission
Titanic,
Impossible.
and I don't plan to. That's
Oh.
way too long.
I
Fuck
saw
that
Mission
movie.
Impossible, and that was a long ass movie. Now I liked it because it was like, oh, it's a wrap up, and it was kind of like watching the series finale of something, because it was the last Mission Impossible apparently that they were gonna do. But like, still, who has the time? Like, not who has the time, who has the attention span? Because we're so used to just going, 156.
Totally.
156 pieces of content is the average viewing of a person per day. Per day. Think about it. That's why you should post.
It didn't
I
get
can't.
you. This is why I gotta
Dude.
edit these drops.
Love it. Nostalgia says
It didn't even get to the part that I wanted
Okay,
to get
Dan,
into.
get to the part. I want to
All
hear
right, can
about
we
the
do this?
money
Yeah,
this thing
okay.
made.
starring Sean Astin, Josh Brolin in his film debut, Jeff Cohen in his only feature film, Corey Feldman, Carrie Green in her film debut, Martha Plimpton, Kei-Hugh Kwan, and John with John Matsu. I can't say. I mean, every time I see this guy's name, I think it's Manzukis. Joey Pants is in this movie.
Joey Pants.
and Ramsey, Robert Davey, and it takes place in the neighborhood of Astoria, Oregon, same place where Free Willy was took place in. And the children live in the Goon Docks, which is why they're called Goonies, which I just learned that now in the 40-something years of my
What the
life.
hell is the Goon Docks? What is that? They live on the side of a cliff. Like, why is it called the Goon Docks?
I don't know.
Like,
I have
what?
no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah,
The
I was
Goon
wondering the
Docks.
same thing, and
Yeah.
it's funny that I've never questioned it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I never questioned until watching it this time that blew my mind? How the hell were they going to put a golf course on the side of a fucking mountain?
I mean, they do it now. I mean, they're
Like, what kind of golf course is that?
I mean,
I
it's
don't
going to
know.
cost a lot. It's going to cost
Like,
a
your
lot.
ball's just going to
Oh!
constantly roll down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's going to be a
yes.
very
Billy's here.
difficult,
Yeah.
very, very difficult golf course. That's
Yeah,
what
It
no,
never occurred to
horrible.
me. I guess I had to be an adult to actually think about that. I don't know.
Yeah, and a bunch of other shit happens. They need money because they're demolishing 50 houses that are going to that are being foreclosed. They're basically foreclosing an entire fucking town. Apparently, because I think these parents are into bad business. Something's going down because they all lost their houses all at once. It's like something's
No,
happening.
isn't Troy's dad buying them to put the golf course in? It's like
Right.
an extension of the country club. That's the whole
Yes.
thing.
But
The most,
But they're treating these people like they're like working class, lower working class trash.
But
But yeah,
Mike-
one of them has a person who's cleaning their house.
yeah, which
Wait,
I
we
think
gotta
is
talk about
problematic.
her.
That poor Rosalita. Like, okay,
Like
yeah.
Rosalita's
Rosalita's,
there.
like,
Is she
there.
getting paid? 'Cause they
I don't know,
can't
but
afford
she's
to
showing
pay-
up everywhere, so they must be paying her well.
She's getting kidnapped. That's what happened to her. She's getting trafficked. That's it. Who knows how she
Damn.
showed up?
Dude, the
That's
part
it.
with Corey Feldman translating is fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's
so.
amazing.
Oh, it's
So
amazing.
good.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, because the mom broke her arm. She has two useless kids that can't help her fucking pack, and her
This is
husband's
what
over
I'm
there.
talking about. Like,
Yeah.
you have one arm. Forget that. If I broke my fucking arm, I'd be packing with the other arm. I'm not hiring some lady I don't know who doesn't speak English to pack my personal belongings. Like,
And where
what
did
is
she
I
come
think
happening?
she
from?
knew her.
Where
I
did
think-
she
I
go?
think- I
Listen,
think she was
Manny,
a
I
housekeeper.
thought, honestly, I
thought she was a
I
housekeeper.
grew up in Colorado, and so you used to be able to pick up day laborers like on the
Yeah.
corners. So I thought for sure
You could still do that, but now
her
watch out.
up. Like, she picked her up like a day laborer to pack her stuff. But then
That's
when
what
she
she
was
did.
there at the end, I was like, wait, oh, is this
No,
like a
no,
long
I think
gig?
she's a live-in housekeeper or nanny.
But living where? They're losing their house.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
they can't
this
pay
is-
their
There's a
mortgage.
plot hole. There's a plot hole here.
a plot
Okay.
hole. Yeah.
Just
Yes,
one.
Just
there's one because it doesn't matter. They needed to put this joke in there. They needed to put the joke.
Of course,
They
it's the
did,
80s.
you're saying they did this just so that Mouth could say like
Yes.
all of those ridiculous things?
Absolutely.
Yes, because
Yes, I can see that.
because didn't he have to use that skill to translate?
Translate.
In one of the things that One Eyed
map.
Willie set up.
all
Yeah.
the map he had to
So
do.
they needed to have that in there because then why does he know Spanish?
Right. Well,
Right.
they didn't ever explain why he knows.
Well, they
Spanish.
don't. But
just, like-
we get to know that he does know it right in the beginning. So we're like, oh, okay, that's joke happened, and you're like, oh, they brought it back up here. So now, if he all of a sudden busted out Spanish during the quest, you'd be like, wait, he knows Spanish? Well, we found that out in the beginning. So
Uh-huh.
like,
I am
let's
so
not
glad.
forget that this is a child's movie, and they needed to give that all to us in the beginning.
Manny, I'm glad you called it a quest too, because I had like this epiphany while I was watching it this time where I was like, holy shit, like Goonies are just like a bunch of nerds. They're all just sitting around playing D&D.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
and literally Mikey is the dungeon master and this is their quest.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's
is it.
happening. Right?
This is
Like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is this is
The rich stuff.
Stranger Things. Yeah, the rich stuff. This is exactly why people love Stranger Things. Like
It is.
you know,
Yes,
like
I thought about
it
that.
is it's tempoed this way. It's like they took it and they're like, okay, we're gonna base the show on all the great 80s things that we love so much. And why not? I mean, obviously Goonies is one of the things that they took from that show. For that.
It has the exact same vibe, the
Oh, yeah.
exact same feel. Yep,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a
It's
quest.
crazy,
It's
though.
great. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
No,
So,
It's
Bill,
the
what's up,
stereotypes.
What up,
Welcome,
man?
Billy.
Billy's here. Shout
How's
out
my
to
signal? Is it crappy
Yeah.
or no? Can you guys see me
It's
fine?
a little crappy.
No,
You
we're
keep
good.
going- you
It's
keep,
it's
like,
you know
Alright.
it's
you're a
it's
little-
North Carolina.
You're a little stuck in the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I,
Shout
I'm
out to-
perpetually stuck in the 90s.
Shout out to Courtney for being in the audience. What's
oh my
up?
God, we got an audience member. I'm so happy. It worked for Dan. Dan.
That's right. Well, shout out
She's
Courtney
only allowed
and,
to text us. That's
from the
it.
Fiction Fixation Podcast. They came on to Jurassic Park with us, so shout out.
Oh God. If you unmute her, we're definitely not finishing this show on time. Me, Meg, and her are gonna go off.
We're done.
But here we are. We did so. Rosalita. We'll come back to Rosalita. I'll stay muted for the plot. We will come back to Rosalita.
Did you talk about how much money this thing made?
Yes. So it was made for 19 million, and it made 125 million dollars.
Jesus.
Still making money.
It's still making
got all
money.
the merchandise. Look, I've got my Goonies shirt on.
There you go.
That's sick. I love it. I'm telling you, like I mean, I'm sure they're now making like I said before, Halloween costumes, right? Like all of that. You know, you're just banking on all this, like the lunch boxes. I remember the Goonies like tin lunch box and stuff. So
absolutely, yeah.
Come
I
on.
mean, I just want to start one thing in the beginning because we need to talk about the opening scene too. A fake suicide. That is how this child's movie starts. This PG kids movie. Now, Megan, you and Billy, I think both had your kids watch it. This is the opening scene. Do you remember that opening
No,
scene?
I did not at all.
And it's so funny that you said that because as it opened up, I was like, oh shit, I made a mistake. I don't even remember this from when I was a kid. And my parents didn't even fucking care that I was watching it. But my kids, first of all, I have to be honest with you guys, my kids didn't even blink at that part. They weren't like, Mommy, what's happening there? They didn't think anything of that. I am horribly disappointed, and I told Manny before, I am clearly failing as a parent because my kids liked Mighty Ducks more than they liked the Goonies.
What?
Wow.
Like, what the
I mean, I gotta say, Mighty Ducks is a good fucking movie, but
Archer watched that. My son watched that from like start to finish. He was like, "Shut up, Mom! Shut up! I gotta see every scene." And then with the Goonies, my daughter started building a freaking pillow fort in the middle of it. Like Archer got the jokes. He was laughing. Like he got it, but he was just like, "Yeah, I don't know."
Wow.
They were not like as into it as I was. Like I don't know. So I jumped ship somewhere. I don't know.
We're gonna have to.
so
We're
they
gonna have to talk
left
about that.
in mid Goonie movie.
No, they were still around. They were milling in the living room. But it was a struggle. It was.
It's an struggle. Adventure film, and your kids.
That's what I'm saying. They liked Mighty
Have they
Ducks
seen
better.
Sandlot?
Oh, you know what? They haven't seen Sandlot.
Okay, Megan, we need to have a separate episode about your failures here because you have.
Don't bring up Rocky. Do not do this.
Oh God.
We'll do that later. We'll do.
Megan didn't watch Rocky, right? No, I've
seen Rocky. I'm a woman. I'm not like pining over Rocky. Like, dude, we gotta watch Rocky. No, like, fuck that. Like, Dan's like, you're not showing that to your son. I'm like, no. Like,
all right.
We can talk more about Rocky later. Sorry.
Courtney put in the chat. My kids have never seen Goonies either, but they seem to hate everything that I love, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah,
you know what's funny?
I was so disappointed, Courtney. You have no idea. I was so so this is my plan though. I'm gonna re-show it to them when they're like 10 and 8 and see if that makes a difference. Like maybe it's just like the age group. I don't know. I don't even know. It's just disappointing.
I think it's funny because like now I'm gonna try to make my nieces and nephew watch it because
you're gonna make Mini Me watch it.
Yeah, Mini Me's gonna watch it. I think he's gonna like it.
I think.
For some reason,
I think he's gonna hate it.
I think my niece won't like it at all. She's 14. She's gonna be like she doesn't even like me anymore. Like she's just like
she's at that stage.
Whatever. We're going on vacation this summer together. I don't know why we made this plan, but I'm like she wasn't even like happy. I was like, why are we bringing this person along?
This is
like,
just
can we just keep her?
Girls, dude.
I was like, she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna be away for 2 weeks in
you?
Europe. We're going to Europe, okay? And she's like, oh, we're going there. I'm like, what? I have like, what are you talking about? You're upset? Oh, I can't be with my friends. Like, shut up.
Okay, let's get back to
back to Goonies.
Back to Goonies.
Courtney, remember we talked about that post office guy?
Shut up.
No. We're going to hear from Courtney in a few minutes because I need to hear what Courtney has to say about some of these scenes.
There's no way we could leave Courtney not talking. She hosts a podcast.
No, but Billy's back. He had to leave for a minute. This podcast is off the rails. Listen, so that opening scene's insane. It also reminded me that, wow, PG was so different in the 80s. And but it sounded more real. Like I felt like the dialogue for PG in the 80s was like, oh, this is how kids talk. They curse, they talk, they call each other's
Yes.
names, they do this. So I was just like, yeah, that seems real. But I did not buy that this mom, the crime family, was Italian at all.
No,
like, are you
I
out of
thought
your
about that
fucking
too.
mind?
It's like,
No.
She's Italian.
there's nothing about her that's Italian at all.
I mean, they could have just kept it Protestant. It would have been. I've been like, yes, it's cool. I like it.
Protestant.
I felt like the Mayflower hit the damn rocks that they were living at. Like
Not
where
in
the
Florida.
town
They're in
is.
Oregon, Manny.
I don't care where they are. And that's kind of what it felt like.
Coast of Massachusetts.
So, and can we talk about,
Go ahead.
they make this getaway in this Jeep, what was it, a Jeep Cherokee?
Yeah. OVR.
Yeah. But she has this grand plan of entering into this race so that they can disappear through the race.
What is that race?
In the
my
Grand
God.
Cherokee? But how is she going faster than everybody else in the race?
How? Where is
Or
this
did they
race
slow
come from?
down so that she could go faster?
Okay.
In her Jeep Grand Cherokee? Like, what?
I want to know if she knew that the race was happening. She
It
planned
seems
this
like
out
it because
back
she
there,
said,
like she knew.
Mama has a plan, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Mama-
Italian. I have a plan.
She
Yeah,
reminded me of the
just like
mother
every
from
Italian.
DuckTales. Like the
Oh
remember
my
the
God.
criminal minds of DuckTales. What were they called?
Criminal Minds.
The
Wait, what?
criminal
Are you
ducks.
talking about Mrs. Quaxley or what was her name?
Yeah, and they had the two sons that had like badges, black.
Oh, the Beasley.
Yeah, the mom was like the mastermind.
nostalgia.
So yeah,
This woman was based, or that woman was based on this woman. Which one or the other? I forget, but that's what it reminded me.
but that race. This is why this town's lose. This is why people are losing their houses because no one's working. Okay,
No, they're
these
racing.
people are racing fucking monster trucks on the beach. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, this is why the aquarium in Free Willy, which is in the same town, look like
It's the
shit.
same town, right? Yeah.
It's absolutely the same town.
Why?
Absolutely the same.
Why is it the same town? What's happening in Astoria, Oregon?
Probably filming credits.
What? Why?
Good question.
Oh
Billy, you
my
sound like
God.
you're in a stadium, by the way.
No shit. Let me see if I can fix the mic. So,
But look, I think the movie starts out in a great way. It's crazy and everything, and then you have like they introduce all the characters, blah blah blah.
You get to
and then
fat shaming right away.
You get right to fat shaming. Chunk could have just opened the gate himself. Everything's like
admit
What is
mousetrap.
that? What is it called? What do you call those machines?
Rube Goldberg.
Goldberg
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
I love that game. Growing up, there was a thing where you
Mousetrap?
had to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, that is like Mousetrap.
there's a computer game like that where you had to like there was like a switch and they gave you like a basketball and a trampoline and you had to like move things around to get to shut up the switch and it kept getting worse.
Did you ever
It kept
just
getting
set up
crazier
the
and crazier.
Mousetrap game just to do
Yeah,
it?
of course.
without
That's the
playing?
I mean, you only
reason.
played the
I was
reason,
an only
the reason
child. I
playing the
had to.
game. You know?
Okay, that is really sad, Megan.
I had nobody to play with, so I just set up the trap.
You just
I mean,
setting up
once the
Mousetrap by
trap-
yourself, be like, oh boy.
Like,
Once
yes.
the trap went, you just like stopped playing, right? Like, why would
No,
you?
I'd set it
playing
off
the
like
game?
multiple times.
Yeah.
Dude, my kids had Mousetrap now. They love that shit. Love
Really?
it.
Do they
Yeah,
play
play
the
it all the
game
time.
or they just
Yeah, they
do
actually
it?
play the game. And I was like, oh.
They lost any pieces
oh.
yet?
No, magically. Listen, they lose
knock on
pieces
wood.
to everything, but mommy's kind of OCD, so I got shit put away.
Gotta be with stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but they love that game, and I was like, oh, you're supposed to collect pieces of cheese. I see. I didn't know.
Oh my-
I forgot how to play the
That
game.
is a quote.
I had no idea.
All right. So we are.
So we
Okay,
have
so
it.
fat
So I
shaming,
would say
sorry.
I'll admit this though. When we first when I started watching it, the first couple of minutes, I'm like, oh my god, this is bad. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna like this. Like it was kind of like I didn't like the acting. I was like, it's like it was like a slow roll until like, oh wow, okay, all these good actors just came. They like started. I think that to me, the movie started at the house. Like that they
You
or
were
the
waiting for
restaurant.
Corey Feldman,
At the
good
restaurant.
actor, to show
the
up.
I don't know.
restaurant.
Like it was just so cheesy and like so like I'm like I don't know if I can handle this right now.
The summer restaurant.
The summer
Oh, yeah,
restaurant.
The summer
yeah.
restaurant. Yeah.
I was, but then it started rolling and I was like, actually, this is a really good
Yeah.
tempo of a movie and it's really exciting and
Yeah.
cool and like there's so many great actors in this. Like looking at
Yeah.
the cast and
Can
seeing
you
where
look
they
at
went.
Sean Astin without thinking Mr. Frodo? Oh,
No.
Mr. Frodo.
No,
Impossible.
The whole time
Impossible.
it was just in my head.
no.
Yeah. And I can't look at Corey Feldman without hearing him singing now.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Have you
dude, it's
seen
so
him
bad.
perform? Oh,
It's
of
so
course.
it's ridiculous.
I mean,
did you do a
guys,
pod on that?
He
'Cause
was like
if
that
you
in
guys
the
have
80s
it-
too.
It's horrible.
He did that in the 80s. He's just trying to bring it back.
Oh,
I don't
he's
know why.
bringing something
No,
back.
this
but
is
like,
a whole new level. Like,
but
He's making more money than us on this podcast, Dan.
oh
is he
wow,
really?
Manny.
Like,
Wow, Manny.
something's-
The scene this is it was all really great. And then Troy tried to kill Josh Brolin by
Yeah, what the hell, man? Doing like 50 miles an
That's
hour while he's on
dangerous.
his bicycle? Like, Jesus.
after he stole
I
like
mean, the 80s and 90s were unhinged, man. People just did crazy shit like
he
that.
flew off the cliff
oh he's
on
dead.
a tricycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
There were
died.
sparks flying and shit. Like, not good.
And that looked like the same road from that opening scene to Donnie Darko where
Yes.
he comes around. That immediately I was like, that has to be the same world. Like I feel like Donnie Darko.
Did that
Free
take
Willy,
place at Astoria too?
Free Willy and Twin Peaks all happened in the same area.
Twin Peaks. Don't get me started
Yeah.
on David
It's
Lynch,
the
man. We
Astoria,
could talk all
Oregon
day about that.
multiverse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Killer Clowns from Outer Space was filmed in the same area. Like I literally was like thinking all this was filmed here in Astoria.
This is all leading up to a road trip to Astoria. You realize this, right?
There is
Yeah.
I'm
sure there's tours.
sure there
Gotta
is.
be a road trip, man.
Oh my god. So we've moved through some of this.
Wait. You went
go
past
ahead.
something, though. You went
ahead.
past something really important that we have to talk about. The
Yes.
Cindy Lauper song and video.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So, Goonies Are Good Enough is the name of the song.
It's a horrible song.
So, have you looked at the lyrics of this song?
There are no lyrics.
Have you seen? No, there are lyrics, my friend. I had to look it up because I was like, is it just a chorus? Like, I don't understand. The lyrics are so bad and make no sense. It's something about like a superstition and like Goonies are good enough. So where did Goonies never say die if Goonies are good enough? I don't understand. Like,
Yeah, it is
which
just
is
good
the
enough.
slogan?
We're just good
enough. We're just good enough. But did you guys ever see the music video for that?
Was it the one that was on the TV? Because it's just her face.
Yes. But no, it's like 7 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Holy crap. I didn't remember.
She sung that
long.
chorus
God.
that often.
If
The whole time?
yeah, if you guys saw the music, if you saw it, you would remember it. We've all seen it. When we were kids, we all saw this thing. It is crazy town. It has like some white guy dressed up like an Arabian sheik getting out of like limbo with somebody dressed like in a kilt and somebody like these
Wow.
big wigs coming to a gas station that Cindy Lauper works at, and she's got like the
Jumper on.
side the side mohawk mullet like going in bright orange
Oh
and
my god.
I don't understand the message there. Goonies are good enough.
I don't either. I think they're good enough to try and I don't know what.
It says unspoken. Wait, let me just read you. This is a
Manny
verse.
sing.
Unspoken expectations, ideals you used to play with, they've finally taken shape. Okay, I can kind of understand that. But then it says old-fashioned superstitions we find hard to break. What is the superstition here?
One Eyed Willie?
That's not a superstition. A superstition is like don't open your umbrella in the house or like
Yeah.
don't cross paths with a black cat. Like what are we talking about here?
Maybe she's just talking about the vibe of being a Goonie, like before this like adventure happens, like of how that area of the town is. The
It's
Goon
haunted?
Docks.
Manny,
The
what do you
Goon
know?
Goon
The,
Docks.
the Goon Docks.
Yeah, like the Goon Docks are good enough for you. Good enough. Because like
Okay,
they're trying to
okay.
take the rich people
So
are
it's
trying
a
to take
town
it over.
slogan.
They're
a town
basically like,
slogan.
look, the town's good enough, but fuck it. We just gonna make a golf course. It's better off a golf
Bro,
course.
they're
That should be
treating
the
them
that
like
should be the bridge of the
secondhand
song.
citizens. Okay, they're just literally like, oh yeah, we're gonna kick you out. They can't
Yeah.
afford their mortgage,
Uh-huh.
but they can
Yeah.
afford like bring them back up. They can afford a cleaning lady or a moving lady.
Or the statue of Michelangelo's David.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom's favorite piece.
I'm like, oh my god. That's why I'm watching with my
Tell
kids
me,
once
did you
again,
say
Megan,
that
and I'm
line
like,
out
oh my
loud?
god. Like,
Did
I'm
you
like,
say that
this is-
line out loud when it happened? Because I remembered.
I'm like, oh my god. My son missed most of the stuff like that, like went over his head, like in the Spanish. He's like, oh, but his dad's sexual torture devices are in the attic, and I'm like, looking at him, like, all right, I don't think he got it. He's only 9, thank God.
Yeah, your kid's like headbanging like the Ice Nine. Was it
Ice Nine Kills? Seriously?
Yeah,
He listens to Ice Nine Kills? Shut up. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
he loves Ice Nine Kills. Yeah,
That's amazing.
I probably shouldn't be worried about this. Like, he's already. Fucking
Yeah, no. And wait until
Billy,
he starts
did
going to
your-
the conventions, talking to Spencer all the time, getting the autographs. Yeah, you're in for a ride, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Billy, did your kid like it?
He did. He actually, we were watching before bed last night, and then when it starts getting creepy in the house when they go in the tunnel, he's like, Dad, can we just shut this off and watch it tomorrow morning? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And he woke up, and first thing he's like, we got to finish it. I'm like, all right. So he said he liked it overall, which is good, because when I tried to make him watch like the first Rocky, he's like, yo, Dad, this is boring. So
See? Don't talk to me
I
about
should have
Rocky.
started with 4.
You should have started with
You
Rocky
should have went
IV.
4. Yeah, come on.
But yeah, he liked it overall. So but it was like this stark contrast, like, oh shit, PG in the 80s meant something totally different.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
it meant you can exploit an actress that's like a child's age by putting a short skirt on her and constantly shooting
Yes.
the camera up her skirt, which was horrifying. Watching
Very
it, being
creepy.
like, Jesus Christ! Like,
But that
every-
was no, Dan. That happened in every '80s movie. That was
Okay,
like 16
right, but-
Candles. That was like License
Yeah.
to Drive. That was like, think about all of those movies. That shit was happening. Like,
But they're supposed to be like of an age that's like they're telling you it's like, oh well, they're 16 or 17, and it's just like it was just odd. Like, and I know that's all 80s movies, but it still
but once
was
again, my
off-putting.
kids didn't blink at that. They didn't think anything about the guy hanging himself. They weren't like, "Whoa, her skirt is short. Why is that guy looking up it?" Like, they didn't say anything about that.
Why is this guy dead? He's got a
Yeah.
bullet hole in his head. And it's just
Oh,
like,
they did ask me about that. That was the
Okay.
thing. They were like, "Oh, like." But they were more concerned about Chunk. They were like, "Chunk stuck in the freezer."
Did they
He shouldn't
ask
have gone in
why-
the freezer.
Did
And I'm
they
like,
ask
"Oh, you guys
why-
do listen."
yeah. Did they ask why Sloth was feeding him, and then they were feeding each other the baby
No.
Ruth, and then they kissed each other?
They were fine with that part.
Dan, they have
were-
empathy for people, okay?
Yeah, because they were like,
That's not
"Yeah, baby
empathy."
Ruth." They were like, "You gotta share the baby Ruth." I mean, obviously, like Archer totally got that. My son got that, man. He was like, "I don't have a problem with that." The kissing was weird for me.
I mean, that was like the
Yeah.
perfect product placement.
Oh, the
Right
product
there
placement
for-
in this
for
movie
and the
was
for the
Pepsis
80s.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Pepsis
Nikes.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Jeez
the
Louise.
Domino's pizza at the end.
Oh, the giant box. Like, who brings a freaking pizza?
Your
when
kid's
you
been
rescue-
missing. Your kid's been missing.
Didn't
for a full
Rosie
day.
bring it?
They stopped
No,
to get
no, that
a
was
pizza.
Chunk's mom. Chunk's
Chunk's
mom
did
brings
it,
a
'cause
Domino's
he-
pizza.
Yeah, she loves
And also,
feeding him.
why did the bad guys just like walk into the like why did they run the opposite direction at the end? I don't understand why they'd
fucking
walk
know.
to where the police were. Whatever, we're not even there yet.
We're not even there. We're
Oh,
never
we
gonna
jump
get
around
there.
here,
But
it's
I
fine.
mean, like, we're never gonna get there.
There's so much to talk about.
So-
do people, here's my question about the song though. Do people
for it.
still make music for movies like that? Because she
Hmm.
made that song for that movie. Like,
That's a
is
good
that a
question.
thing anymore? Or do they just like take pop music and recycle it? Like,
Well, Eminem, I think, was the last time I ever saw someone make a song for a movie. Like, I feel like
For what,
all-
Well, no,
for 8
didn't
Mile,
like
that was all like
no.
that was his movie.
No,
Does
he
that
also.
count?
no, but it does count. It counts.
What is Courtney saying? Yeah, Lee Manuel made a song.
Oh, for
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Moana.
Moana. You're right.
There's
Okay,
also,
thank you,
like,
Courtney.
Eminem
This is why
made
you need
one
an
for-
audience, Dan.
Yeah. She also runs a very good podcast. So she knows her knowledge right there. So like there's also
But if you listen to the beginning of our show with them, they say that they don't research anything. So we
she
you
just
know.
knows this off the top of her head. But I will say they do, like Eminem did Venom, made a song for Venom. So it's still done. It's just not done well enough to like remember
Yeah.
all of it.
I mean,
you know?
I wouldn't say Goonies are well. We remember Goonies are good enough, but
Well,
was
I
it good?
remember it because the covers by Newfound Glory, which we are going to be reviewing in our next pod. That one is actually a good cover. Like that is done well, and it's done over in like a minute. You're saying this song is 7 minutes long, like done in a punk emo version. It's done like I think it's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
It's like
best.
low rent Blink 182, dude. I don't know what that shit is.
Wow. Well, Billy just got knocked off
Yeah,
again.
I'm
So,
not.
Courtney, why don't you unmute yourself if you want to hang out and like say because like
Billy can't figure out his Wi-Fi.
like come on because
So I
We
still
lost him.
stand by our no research rule. We will look up quick facts if they're relevant, like how old is Nicole Kidman? It's 47, by the way.
I was gonna say, how old is she?
She's 47.
I'm sorry, 57. 57.
I was gonna say she's got to be older than that.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
way
Dude,
that
she's
woman's like close
been
to my
killing it lately, man. She's like in everything, like all the
you know.
shows.
she's trying.
Yeah, we
so hard.
just did Baby Girl, and we were both disappointed and confused, but
Have you guys done Sirens yet?
we don't do shows.
Oh, right. You don't
It's
do shows.
we don't like the expectation of follow up.
Fair enough.
Got it.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I mean, Courtney, in terms of Goonies, I mean, I don't know if you rewatched it or you've watched it, recently, but do you remember any of these crazy things that like from Goonies, or is it just?
I know I told you that we hadn't seen it, and then I started rewatching it, and I'm like, all of this feels vaguely familiar. I don't know if it was just because I too grew up unsupervised in the 90s, or if I had seen it at some point. I didn't get to finish watching it, but I'm just like, this feels like a fever dream.
Oh yeah.
You've probably seen it like repeated on like cable TV at
Oh,
some
we didn't have
point. You
cable.
came home from school and it was
Oh,
like
you didn't have
playing.
cable either. Me
Oh,
neither.
you didn't have cable.
There you go.
No, we
Holy
did
shit!
not
How did
have
you guys
cable.
survive?
That's because Dan
got
was part
tossed
of the
outside.
Goonies.
Holy shit, man!
You had to
I
go
got tossed
and
outside, but
play.
I had cable.
Yeah,
I
me
used
too.
to try and catch water moccasins.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
that's a whole other thing.
I
Holy
climbed a
shit.
tree.
Listen,
I tried climbing a tree in Queens and then on Long
What?
Island, and we just couldn't climb it.
I was like,
yeah.
what trees in Queens are you talking about in the park?
There's some.
What is
There's
that?
some.
It's a,
Flushing
We,
Meadows. That one tree in the middle
I
of the
took
road.
my husband back to like my childhood neighborhood where I spent like the majority of my life, and I
Uh-huh.
showed him like my tree.
Mhm.
And then I showed him where the owner of the tree, because it wasn't my yard, it was some random person's yard. They cut off the bottom, like the branch that we used to grab onto to like climb up into the tree.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
cut it off, so we couldn't get into the tree anymore.
uh-huh.
So we just had to steal somebody's ladder to like get up in the tree. Like, you think cutting the branch off is going to stop us?
So not only
I did
did
this
you,
as an adult.
not only did you climb a not your property's tree, and you stole somebody's ladder.
Trespassing
growing up like
and
that. I love
stealing.
That is classic right
Oh
now.
my
To top it
god.
I
all off,
love it.
my dad was a cop. So,
There you go.
Well, you got
That's
a
a
PBA
movie right
card, so that's why.
Oh, my God.
no, I think that my dad probably would have like denied me if I ever tried to use that.
They'd be like, nope,
They're like, she's not mine.
don't know her. She must have stolen that.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so we haven't even gotten to. So
So much.
I mean, wow, we haven't even gotten to the whole
Summer
adventure.
restaurant. We were kind of
Okay.
getting to summer restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. They got to
oh
the
wait,
summer
but we
restaurant.
didn't even talk about like how
Finding
they
it and everything?
find
Yes.
this map up in the
In the
attic.
Yeah.
Like, so
His
he
dad
grabs,
has a bunch of stuff up there.
but this is the stuff that was rejected from the museum, which blows my
Yeah.
mind. So they didn't think that this pirate map, this like treasure map, was like worthy of the museum. The stuff on Chester Copperpot, like
Yeah.
none of this stuff.
This
was
is
worthy.
why they're not. This is why they're all losing their houses because
Their
no
dad's
one-
a terrible curator.
yeah, exactly.
Mikey's dad
And
has
they
no
all.
clue what he's doing.
The town has a gambling problem or a drug problem. Something's going on. Like these people are losing everything. I understand how people can get their houses foreclosed, but this guy at the end is like, "We have 50 more houses to demolish." It's like 50. Like that
How
is
big
like-
is this golf course? Like, what are they up to?
Well, listen, golf courses take a lot of yardage.
Dude,
But
on the side of a
what
mountain.
did they do? What did these people do? What did they do for this to happen to
They
their
were just
town?
not rich. They're just
Dude,
not.
the rich people in the town didn't want the Goonies there. They're like, these people.
They were like, this is
smell
going
like...
to be a rich people haven.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, look at all this great sunset that we could sell as a golf course, like club, clubhouse
Resort
thing.
town.
We're just gonna get rid of these people. It's like someone's like, oh no, they're actually nice people. It's like, no, they're not. They're Goonies. Like that's where.
It is kind of weird that the adults use that term too, because that should be like a kid-only term. You know what I mean? Like that's like the shit you make up with your friends.
That was like they didn't leave that town. They grew up in that town.
Oh, so they're townies. So Goonies are townies. Ah,
yes. They're not going anywhere. These people
they were conditioned that they weren't
townies.
They were conditioned that they weren't worth anything, and then all of a sudden they are. Because Mikey comes along and he's like, Goonies never die.
Yes, I mean, his a million. If anybody huffed on that inhaler as many times as Mikey does, they'd be fucking dead.
Like, I mean, and Martha Plimpton, when you look at the beginning of this movie, she has her head in a bucket of water, in this big drum of water. She pulls a huge crab out. That's what she's doing. This, and then she just throws the crab behind her. That's her introduction to us. Like, everyone's
makes sense.
Everyone's underwater in this movie for like most of the movie. Like everyone's in water, but like she just has this crab. What is her deal? Like the whole movie, she's useless too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I don't know what half of these characters do, but I don't know. We have theories.
So they have the map. Go ahead.
They get the map, but then in order to get the map, what did you guys think about like Chunks the klutz? So he just like hands him the thing and counts to 3 and waits for him to drop it.
Terrible.
But terrible. Nobody blinks. They're not like, oh shit, like pick up that glass. My mom's gonna be pissed. It's just like, oh good, he opened it. Let's all look at it now.
Well, they have Rosalita now.
So
just blame it on Rosalita.
That's her job to go up with the sexual torture devices.
Exactly. They'll just have. It was like Rosalita did it, and she won't be able to see it. She's like, oh, Dios mío.
They're gonna blame her for it.
Exactly. And so like they get the map. It's in. Like it's like 16, like year 16 something. It's
1683 or 38. 16.
Something like, it's in cursive Spanish Old English type of like language, and they're like, oh, Mouth, you could translate this, and then he has to do it in a weird accent because
it's freaking. What are up with all of his terrible impressions?
Horrible.
Like
horrible.
So bad.
That's why I'm like, there was a script, but I feel like the beginning of the movie, there's like, just say whatever you want and scream.
Right?
They
just gave him free reign. Like it's so weird because this has to be like pre-Lost Boys, right? Like he's younger in this movie.
Yeah. No,
like,
this is
he hasn't
before...
like hit his stride yet. He's just like bleh.
This is after Gremlins.
This is pre-Corey's, right? Like
it's got to be
together.
It's got to be. I have to look that up, but it's after Gremlins, which I think then his character destroyed that town and ran to the Goonies town, and after destroying the town with the
doesn't
Gremlins.
he bring that up? Isn't there a reference?
Gremlins are brought up in this. Yeah.
They are brought up. Yeah. They say like those pets that get wet at night. Yeah.
Of course, because Spielberg's part of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Plug my movie.
Duh. Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
I mean,
there you go.
What about Data swooping in through the window too? We didn't even talk about that shit.
Why couldn't he just walk in normally?
Why
lives next door.
Normal?
This kid always wants to try things. I mean, I guess it helps
things
out.
are like the rejects from the science fair. Like if that fucking kid showed up to the science fair with this shit, he'd get laughed out.
He's
like all
Doc
the other
Brown.
Asian kids would be like, "Oh, it's that kid again." Like,
oh my god!
Like, what is that?
Oh my
Why?
God.
Why does he have like the worst inventions?
I mean,
ever?
one of them works. Doesn't like the slick shoes work? That
slick
works for him.
shoes
Slick
work.
shoes.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
about it. You had some oil come out of your shoes. What are the what were they? The pinchers of hell or the
teeth?
Those
teeth that
dentures?
shatter.
Joke shop teeth.
Joke shop teeth. He should have died. Like that kid should have died 12 times in this movie.
When he uses the slinky to like pull, like isn't that how he gets down and goes or holds himself with it?
Oh, Billy's back.
He's about to get spiked. Yeah.
Yeah, those were
Sorry, I don't know what's going on my internet.
the pincers of hell or whatever he said.
Yeah.
And then they changed to the pincers of power later or something. I don't even know.
And then
then he gets Joey Pants in the nuts with it at the end.
Joey Pants.
Yeah.
And then he has that boxing glove that like
that boxing glove
hiding?
didn't exist. No, that boxing glove didn't exist. Okay, because he we lost our guest. She's gone. She just couldn't talk anymore. She's like I'm out.
Thanks, Courtney, for coming, though.
Thank you, Courtney. It's got to be hard for a podcaster to not talk during an episode. But if he's carrying all that, like, we would have seen a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We saw a lot, though.
I know that they hit it with the trench coat, and that was the joke. But, like, dude would have been walking.
Gadget?
Yeah, dude would have never made it down that hole. The fireplace hole. Like, not happening. Like, maybe I believed it as a kid, but, like, you know, when he's like grabbing the boxing glove and he's like putting it back. I mean, where are you putting that thing? Like, just let it. Like, I think his stuff, if it like got used once, it should just get like taken off. Like, you only get to use your power.
Like, you dispense it, like it breaks off, and it just like leaves.
He's the greatest, though. That actor had to do so much. He had to carry so many things.
Fantastic. I will say this: like, now that I'm looking at it, each one of them is like being part of like a trivia team or like playing Cranium. Like, if you ever played Cranium, you had to like, there's those 4 different categories, and you're like, oh, you're good at acting and sketching and this, and you're good at like all data stuff.
This is why I said it's a D&D quest.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like each person has their role. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, you know, we needed what's her name to play the piano because she's the piano girl, even though like she's the rich girl.
But she's the captain of the cheerleading squad.
Yeah. Which is funny because like did she want to admit that she played piano? Like, I forgot, like, if she was like...
They had to force her.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, and then you got...
the nerds.
What? Yeah,
she's a nerd too, though, and that's the whole point. I really identified with this, by the way, because I was like, why do I love this movie so much? Because I was all of these kids put together. Like, I was Mouth. I can't shut up. I still can't shut up. I was the captain of my cheerleading squad, but I also played other sports. Like, I was that jock. Like, but I was also the nerd who was like at home playing video games. Like, I was all of these kids. Like,
I think that's why it probably did so well, because it's like there's either you're all of them or you relate to one of them.
Yeah.
So you love this movie because they I think they did an excellent job highlighting each person's like character. I mean, I know we joke around like in the 80s, like, oh, it's all a stereotype, but at the same time, that stereotype that stereotype helps somebody like, oh, I can relate to this. Like, I love this kind of stuff, or I play the piano, or, you know, I don't know about Mouth, but like, he's just a person who doesn't shut up. But like, there's always this kid who doesn't shut up. Like,
I don't do terrible impressions.
He's like Face from the A-Team. Like, that's like, I felt like
you're right.
Is like also like the A-Team. He was like Face.
Yeah, and then you get the jock, you know.
Yeah,
jock
you gotta have
there.
the jock, the obnoxious one, the fat kid. Like, what?
But the
in
jock
the world?
is useless.
He's the
Josh,
I would say.
Wait, who are you calling the jock, though? Are you talking about Bran or Troy? Because Troy's the one in the toilet with the guns and ammo. Remember that shit?
Troy's like a classic jackass from the 80s movie that you hate. We need a jackass guy in this. It's going to be Troy.
Yeah. My favorite scene in this whole movie, the best scene, is you have 3 jocks hanging out at night around a wishing well.
Wait, but how did they not know she wasn't in the fucking bucket when they pull it up and it's just a sweater? Like she weighs 2 pounds.
Exactly. I was like, what? How did you not? You're that strong? You're that strong? Like, stop it. And how are you
all angry? And they all back away. They're like, oh, Troy's getting angry. Back away.
How are you not calling the cops? Like, yo, there's people stuck in a wishing well.
On what, Manny? They don't have cell phones or pay phones. They're in the middle of the woods.
Was it
in the wishing well? They're in the middle.
That town is like 4 streets long. They could just run.
I felt like I was watching an embodiment of like a cartoon. Like, you're just like, you know, like,
that's a good comparison.
Like, everything was, the caricatures were like hilarious because it's like, like, who has a wishing well? And like, is that like a real thing that like the bucket is just there?
This one was mine. I'm taking it back.
Like, that's the scene.
That's a classic scene.
Classic. That scene, like that. There's.
But why was he so angry? Why was Mouth so angry about these wishes? Like, they were perfectly fine, and then he's like, "No, I got to steal these coins." Like, what?
I mean, look at his dad. His dad is like, he's got she's getting water sprayed in his face. I mean, they're all covered in sewage, every single one of them, after all those pipes burst. These kids are covered in shit and piss, and they're running down. There's dead bodies everywhere.
I gotta get this.
But I think Mouth is like
stuff.
We don't know Mouth's like
the rich
background,
stuff.
but I don't know if it's really good at home.
I don't think that's
what
dad.
it feels like.
You don't think that's his dad? Shit.
Yeah, I
It's
think Mouth.
stepdad.
I think Mouth had something else going on, and he let it out in that speech. You
Yeah,
know?
right?
Oh,
Because it just came out of nowhere, and you're like, "Why are you so angry, dude?
Oh, boy.
Like everything was
That was-
It's indicative of what was to come for Corey Feldman, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Oof.
Seriously,
Oh,
man.
But can we talk about the family, the Italian family?
Oh
I
yeah.
have
Oh,
to
you want to
say,
talk about the Fratellis?
They're in a
Yeah.
different movie at one point.
Wait, all
like-
three of them?
All three of them to me is like they're like almost gonna take this kid's hand off. Like that.
Oh, that was-
scene
that is
so
amazing. That's one of my
dramatic,
favorite
Yeah.
moments.
So
Love that scene.
good. I was like, wow, like this
Yeah.
scene is good. And then like you cut to this like great cool adventure that's going on, and we're not really scared. We're kind of just excited. And then like this, and I was like, wow, like this almost could be a horror film. Like,
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah.
you continue
yeah.
going the other way, yeah,
Dude, without the jokes, this is a horror film.
It's a
Yeah.
good point, yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
serial killers? What are they?
Yes.
That family, yeah, they're serial killers.
They've
Yeah.
killed
I mean-
multiple people. They've bagged them up. They're
Yes.
dropping them somewhere.
They
Yes.
did. They just like murdered a lot of people.
Who was that? Was the FBI agent in the freezer?
Yeah,
I was
that's
Well,
wondering
that wasn't
too, who
the
hell it
owner.
was.
It
I
wasn't
think it's the
owner of
FBI
spot.
agent, but they're not very clear about it. Like you don't really get the full picture.
Yeah.
But I love that scene, man. I remember still to this day, like Chunk making that like and then
Yeah.
I made this sound.
Yeah, and
they
even
all
like that
started
whole
throwing up.
that whole segment of him even like that cave, that's scary as shit in there, and like getting put next to this weird looking person, and he's like that
Sloth.
is Sloth is like it's a very crazy scene if you don't have the joke. You're right.
Oh, totally.
If you
If
don't
you
have
were
the
watching
jokes-
that on mute,
Yeah.
that shit would be scary.
Yeah, like they.
Oh, yeah,
I wonder
absolutely.
if someone ever even tried doing that, like doing a horror of Goonies.
That's a great
Oh,
idea.
Probably.
Like
Don't give
that
anyone
should
Like
be
that
the
weird
sequel.
Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
I tried
yeah,
watching
weird
some of
shit.
that. It's trash.
I can't watch that. It looks
It's
horrendous.
trash.
So bad. It's so bad.
It's trash.
But we have to talk about Sloth. We can't talk over Sloth.
Yes,
Here's my thought. All right, so why, like, only in the 80s can you get away with putting somebody who is deformed, who clearly has, like, what I thought was a birth defect, but then my mind was blown as an adult because I think I just figured it out. Like, his mom dropped him a couple of times, right? That's how that
so
happened.
crazy.
My
Yeah.
husband was arguing with me about this shit. He goes, no,
Yeah.
he was born that way. And I go, no, he just said it. He touched his face and said, drop. And his mom was
Yeah.
like, oh, I only dropped you once. Okay, maybe twice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how he got that way. So they caged him. And that's still endearing in the 80s. Like, that's the character that we're all like, fuck yeah, Sloth.
Fuck yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because he saves
Yep.
he pretty much saves the day, right? He
Yes.
realizes that his family like is using him and like
That they're awful
they're
human
just like
beings.
awful people.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm chained up, like, and I have this
Yeah.
one kid who didn't like he helped me, he like
Mm.
feels
Shares
what I
Baby Ruth.
feel. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
shares his
because-
baby Ruth.
Chunk is also ridiculed by his friends for the way he looks. So these
Yep.
two,
Yeah.
and then they both throw food at each of those characters, or food is a big part of it. I mean, that
Yeah.
singing maniac is like tossing
Oh my
food
God.
at him.
Talk about
Like,
psychotic.
the singing was crazy. That shit was out of this world. That was
Singing
so
opera.
crazy.
Well, that
Yeah.
actor is he's an opera singer in real life. Like I think he has a couple albums out because he's also the bad guy in James Bond: License to Kill, and he's in like
Yes.
another couple.
Oh,
Like,
right.
yeah,
He's in a lot of shit, actually.
I
Yeah.
knew I recognized him, but he's one of those actors where you can't quite put
Nope.
like where he is.
exactly.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. He's like one of those character-y people that's just like they just put in a bunch of stuff. But I mean, Sloth is so weird and interesting as a character. You want to like,
You have to root
I
for
know.
him. You have no choice but
yeah.
to root for him. And like it's like, but only in the you can't make that shit today. You
No,
could
you
not
cannot.
make that movie at all. Are you kidding me?
No.
Like that would go nowhere. That would
No,
go
you can't
I,
make this
honestly,
movie.
I love Sloth watching it growing up because I was a fat kid growing up. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go, bro. Like, you know, you associate with him back to what we were saying before, where you can recognize yourself in some of these characters or all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sloth is amazing. Like he is the savior. And I love that like he's watching that Buccaneers show and then he gets to like enact that at the end. Like,
Yeah, no, oh, it's so good. I thought that was like perfectly. And then like I know like Dan, I said, "Hey, you guys," and like you're like, "Oh," I'm like, but that's
You
like a
have to.
classic quote.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
No,
I
I
like
know.
I've walked into rooms of friends and go, "Hey, you guys," and it's not like I'm making fun of the thing. It's just like
Right.
if you know that,
Classic movie.
You
we're
know.
friends.
Yeah.
Like
We're
we
friends.
If you
we've
know, you
shared
know.
an
If
experience
you know you.
that other people might have not, or maybe even younger people watching it are not going to have the same reaction to "Hey, you guys"
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
you did when you were a kid.
That's
Like-
My kids were
Wow.
not invested in this movie until the slides, until they got to like that very last part where the water slides came.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
all of
yeah.
a sudden they were both like, "Oh!"
I mean, it
I
did
see
all of
what's
a sudden
happening.
look like it was so funny because it got like it was
It's
all
like Disney
gross
all
and-
of a sudden.
Yeah, it was all gross and stuff, and then it's like, am I at like am I like Great Adventure and like we're at this like looking at this like pirate thing?
It's like Action Park.
Yeah,
How about they just
That's a more
unknowingly go
closely
down the
relatable,
slides?
yeah.
They unknowingly go down the slides when they've just gone through this booby trap there, and they're like, "Oh, this is so fun!" Like there could be fucking spikes at the end of it for all they know.
yeah. It's
They
like
weren't
you're
careful at all
dying
there.
anyway. Yeah,
There was like, "Let's fucking go!" Like there was
Yeah.
no like, "Oh, what is this?" Like just go. Like
I mean,
Oh,
at that
yeah.
point, they're like, "We've dodged death how many times?"
Yeah, it's
We
a
might
good
as well. Like, might as well.
Absolutely.
yeah.
What
no, that
about
was a
wait? What
good
about
point.
the cave scene where they use little boys and little girls' room and the men's room, and she's kissing freaking Mikey,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what.
Dude, this is
She kept her
only
eyes
the
closed the
80s.
whole time.
Wait, and Steph is like some aficionado about like kissing, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like next time, do it with your eyes open." She's like making fun of her. I'm like,
This-
Yeah, because she knows she saw it, so she's like, "All
I know
right,
she
lover
saw
boy."
it, but like
Yeah.
she acts like she's like making out with guys at all of the like games or something. Like I don't know what's happening.
I think that
with
joke
their
was that. I
friendship.
think that part was that it was a joke. Like, yeah, next time open your eyes because you didn't kiss the right guy.
Yeah,
Like, that's
obviously,
what
he
it-
had
yeah.
braces.
But like, yeah, and she's like, "Oh, does he have braces?" I'm like, "Really?
How could
Come
she
on."
not know? This is an 80s thing too. The switcheroo.
he was standing in a
kiss.
hole, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
switcheroo kiss. Like this is an 80s thing. Blank check right there in the 90s.
Stop.
Big-
Blank check was
Like big
was
as a
trouble right
problem.
An adult
13
woman
going
kissing
on
a
30, like
13-year-old kid. Come on,
13
we
going
bring
on
this up a
30
lot.
also. Oh
That was a
no.
little- come on.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Hollywood, do better.
Do better. Yeah. Like I mean she
They
even
just
makes
started
a creep-
remaking stuff. Is that better?
Oh god.
No.
She
No.
also makes a creepy comment at the end to him. She's like, you're something like you're also
You're gonna catch
you're-
up. The other parts of you will catch up. That
And
bit?
the other
Yeah.
part, the other parts that don't work so well are going to work. It's like, is that a dick thing?
It's like,
Is she
whoa,
talking
what's
to,
going
like-
on here?
Yeah, dude.
Like, what the?
Yeah.
And the parents are sitting right there. She's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's talk about this 10-year-old's dick, or like how old are these kids?
Oh, he's supposed to be like 10, I think. Like
He's
there's-
10,
I'm
right?
thinking these
They're
kids are
10.
middle
Yeah,
school
that's,
kids. Yeah,
that's what I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
just, I
God.
don't,
Oh,
I don't
Manny's
know. I
gone.
thought the same thing. That was a cringy moment.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh.
I never cringed at that as a kid because it went right over my head. But as an
Horrible.
adult, I was like, ew, like, no,
Yeah,
don't
it
say
was
that.
weird.
Like,
This poor girl has been like in her underwear has been shown throughout the whole film, and then she has to make this weird dick joke or a dick comment to a 10-year-old at the
but
end.
that's what I'm saying. I do not understand her friendship with Stephanie either. Like, I don't get the two of them. Like,
I
how
think
are
they
these
were
two
friends.
individuals
I
best
think
friends?
they probably like she's Stephanie's more of like her nerd friend. Like,
Mm.
Yeah,
and,
which
like,
just
from when she
proves that
grew up.
like she is a Goonie from the start, right? Like Andy
Mm-hmm.
never had a chance, like she was just a Goonie. But
Yeah.
this whole thing, it's bonkers. The whole
All right, we
But
need to
then
talk
also
about
the asshole guy throws around like when the thing comes up, he's like, "You Goonie," and I'm like, "Is this
Yeah.
like an insult they throw at them?
Andy!
It's not
Yeah.
just like they're friends. Like it's you fucking Goonie. Like it's like
Yeah, no, it
it's
is.
like a
It's
slur
definitely-
towards these groups. Like
it
it's like,
definitely is
Jesus,
because
guys.
they live in the docks and like
they live in the Goon Docks.
they
Goon
live in the Goon Docks. So
which
Yeah,
are good
it's
enough.
basically an elitist slur that they're throwing at these kids.
They're good enough.
They're good enough.
they're good enough for you.
So we have to talk about
They're
that
good
pipe
enough for
scene.
me.
The pipe scene when they're like
Nope.
trying to.
Nope. Most unbelievable part of the movie.
Like
It was kind of funny though.
That's when you were like, I got taken back to, oh yeah, it's a child's movie. Because like,
You have to
'cause
suspend.
I'm over here. I was an electrician for 18 years. I'm over here thinking that this is how I'm analyzing. I'm like, there's no way any of these contractors went down there, moved these pipes around, okay, and didn't see a weird light in the tunnel and not go, what's down there? Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, like, they didn't try. Come on, those pipes were everywhere.
But okay,
Was that
but
the
that was
beginning?
my question. Why did they have to start in the summer house fireplace? If you
Yeah.
could just get down the fucking well, just go down the well and you're
Maybe
closer.
so
You're
here's-
10 feet away.
Here's
That
where I
map-
think about that. Maybe the well didn't exist
Oh,
at that time.
But if they
No.
drilled the well,
No.
wouldn't they see that shit too? Like,
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You have to
Yeah.
make the well so that they should have been like, wait a minute, where does this go to?
Yeah.
yeah. There's no
everyone in
way
this
unless
town is dumb as shit, apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
This is the problem.
resetting? Who's resetting any of those booby traps if they go off once?
They can't.
They're-
They only go off once, Stan. I want you to think about that goddamn organ, the fucking bone organ, and that floor. Once the floor is gone, it's fucking
over.
gone. There's no
It's
How do you
over.
create that though in the
Yeah.
1600s?
You can't.
Guys, come on.
And I
Come
think
on.
Game of Thrones ripped off that piano and made that chair in Game of Thrones from
Yeah.
that organ from the
Definitely.
Goonies. I looked at that. I was like, wait a second.
It looks
they
like
ripped
it.
that shit off.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, come on. The
Yep.
writers of that show were our age too, so like clearly
But then
that's
you know
like
what's
just in there.
crazy is that even if you got everything wrong, just look what happened when the Pirellis or whatever their name was.
The Fratellis,
Yeah,
they just
Fratellis.
scooted along the side.
They
I
just
know-
scooted along the side. So like
Yep.
even if like you were the 8th person that ever showed up there, right? You'd be, and people just kept fucking up. Like you're like, oh, I could just
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they all
the
died. I'll
bridge,
just
like,
but
you
the
know, like-
bridge would have, but that bridge would have to be down a little bit.
Oh yeah, the door has to go down. That's the
True,
one thing. You have to
the door.
play the
Yeah.
bone organ to get the door down.
yeah.
So
Unless
do
you have
you,
Sloth who could force it open. I don't know.
so do you have to fall down the thing where the spikes were? Where
Yes,
data.
that's
you
how
would
they
have-
got down. We had a debate once again. My husband and I were debating about this because he was
Yeah.
like, "Wait a second, wait, how did they get to this part with the cave system where they're going to the bathroom?" Right?
Yeah.
They had to go down. They had to follow data. He
Yeah.
fell down, and then they used a rope to get down.
That's
that
right.
hole.
So
Yeah.
if it wasn't for data, so this whole thing was always meant to not be seen. Not like what's his name? Whoever said.
So
was it
why
one-
set the booby traps?
Because it.
He
But that's the
killed
thing,
everyone
like,
he
he-
knew too.
Who?
One-eyed
One-eyed
Willie.
Willie.
Yeah, I think he just wanted it never to work because like he didn't know that
Dumbest.
there was gonna be a kid that had a slinky with dentures on it. Like to
Wait,
be
I
able to
just
get
thought of
down.
something else. If he went so far as to set up those giant rocks, like a la, like,
How?
you know,
Yeah.
Wait, first
How
of
do you
all,
do? Does
how?
he have a crane?
Yeah, shut
Bro,
up. Wait, they're dangling from like
I
a
know.
little chain. Each giant boulder
the
is
same
dangling
people
from
who
one little
built
fucking
the-
chain.
The pyramids.
Okay.
Yeah.
alien.
Oh, here we go.
So we're supposed to believe. Wait, listen, ancient aliens. It was ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Wait, so we're supposed to believe that he made it out
I
of
love
that,
that show.
cave, all the way up that like cave system to set up those fucking rocks on the little chains, right?
That's right.
But then he didn't leave. He just like hung out. He like made his way all the way back to the ship. I don't understand.
No, he
Like,
got out and he walked and he like
He walked around outside.
walked around and swam under the cave wherever this thing was.
Looked around and was
just
like,
docked.
nah.
Back to my ship.
Like, how did the ship get in there? How did it get trapped?
All right,
It
dude.
got
They
trapped
all
in.
know. Yeah.
How did
the,
it get trapped?
the British? This is right in the
yeah,
beginning
this
when
was
they're
at the
in the
beginning,
attic.
dude. You weren't
Guys.
listening when Mikey read when they tell that
Come
whole
on,
story.
Manny.
Okay,
Mikey
first of
said
all,
it.
I'm an ADHD person. Okay,
Oh,
You didn't
here
have your
we go.
Altoids, did
second,
you?
this is
you
no.
needed a fucking
And
tin of Altoids so you could pay
this was
attention.
this was at 2:00 in the morning, 2.5 weeks ago. Okay, I don't
All
remember
right.
the beginning of this movie.
Smeal.
So what happened? It got trapped because of the British
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
war.
against One Eyed.
Are you watching any of this movie? Like,
He's a
what
fucking
hap-
pirate, dude. Do you know what pirates did? It's like
Oh my
Dan.
god.
it
Yeah,
was
no.
the British. They were fighting.
And the British
a
didn't go
pirate
after
ship.
this.
They
They didn't go after
did.
them. They couldn't
They
get
They
in.
did
trapped
go after
him.
them, and then they got trapped in this like cave. The wall fell down and trapped them in there forever.
Okay.
That's
You guys
where the
win-
rich
You
stuff
guys
is.
win the trivia. You guys win the trivia.
Why do they call it rich stuff? By the way, why can't they just call it fucking trash?
If
I
he
don't
fucking
understand.
called it rich stuff one more time,
I was so
The rich
angry.
stuff.
I was so angry. Oh wait, did I end up? I muted. Why did I mute you, Billy? Sorry.
He's not corny.
Thanks,
Damn.
Dick.
Courtney's not here. But
Corny's
yeah,
like, I'm fucking out of here. I can't.
if
Talk.
we had to hear rich stuff over and over again, I was like, it's called treasure. you
I'm like,
fucking
did they
moron.
not know that word? I don't know.
Well,
No,
they're
I think it
Goonies.
was like it goes back to the fact that these guys are like, from the Boondocks, Goon Docks, and they're, like, oh, we want to be rich. Oh, we want to be like the rich people. And
Mhm.
like he's like, oh, the rich stuff, like the stuff that's gonna make us rich, the stuff that's gonna put us to the other thing. So I think that's more of a childlike thing instead of just like, oh, treasure. It's like, oh, like the rich stuff is gonna make us different, and we're
So they're
able to
dropping
keep our house.
F-bombs, but they're saying rich stuff.
That's right. And also, Megan, as we know, rich stuff, it's good enough. So don't worry.
It's good enough.
It's good enough. No one cares. Who cares? No one gives a shit. It's good enough. I mean, look, it was good enough just for them to have 12 jewels probably to save
the entire
houses.
town.
Okay.
Wait, and where did they get? Why were these gems? First of all, we're talking 1638, right? These fucking gemstones were so like polished and like cut.
Oh, yeah.
Like these were like that's not what's happening back then. Like that's
No.
So there's that too. And Rosalita's the one who finds them.
Thank
Hey,
God.
why was she
I would've
going through
pocketed
his
that
jacket?
shit.
Yeah.
You should have. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
This woman thinks they're cuckoo bananas, right? Like she
Yeah.
thinks they're out of their minds. But instead of like she doesn't speak English, but she knows enough to know that they're signing the paperwork right in that moment. And she's like, no firma, no firma. Like what? What is happening?
She should have been
smarter.
like,
What?
She's smarter than we know.
she should be like, fuck these white people. I'm
Yeah.
out of
She
here.
should've.
Shaking
Yeah.
those
She's
and
like,
ran
yo, this
off.
is my chance to get the fuck out. Like,
But
that's
no,
it.
she's like loyal. It's been like 2 days and she's loyal.
I know.
She's sticking
Yeah.
with
It
them.
might have been one day that because she was walking across
That
the
all
street,
happened
right?
in one
Day
day.
before, yeah. Yeah.
She was
The
walking
one thing I
24
couldn't
hours.
stop thinking of watching this, like as an adult with like your world experience, the whole time they're hunting the treasure, I'm like, oh, they'll never fucking get it. It'll get tied up in court with the Spanish and British government. They'll never touch a fucking cent of that money. Like, and I'm like, oh yeah, got to suspend this. Bill.
First of all, this is what would happen. Like, after you see the boat, they're all like so happy to see this like unmanned boat, right?
Yeah.
All right, fuck that.
Woo!
What's gonna happen is the museum
They're
creator,
on drugs.
they're gonna
these
be like,
people.
get the Coast Guard, drop this thing, get all the rich stuff that's
All
there,
of it.
and
Yeah.
we're gonna put it in the museum or like whatever because
It'll be in
that's it.
court
And you
battles
don't,
the next
and
decade.
you don't own any of it. Like
Mhm.
maybe you
Exactly.
get a finder's fee, maybe if you even knew that back then. But like, come on,
But there'll be no sighting today or ever.
yeah.
Yeah, and one
Over
and
like
the-
6 jewels. I'd be like Mikey, we need to get a boat and get that
Get
damn
that other
pirate
boat,
boat.
right?
The rest of the thing, you're over here trying to be nice in the scale and everything. Like, shut up. We need more rich stuff, okay? This
If
ain't
they-
rich. This
if
is
they-
just paying
Yeah,
the
but you
bills
saw
right
what
now.
happened when they take One Eyed Willie's share. Then that's when everything starts to fall apart.
But if they
But everything
stayed
le-
in the
like-
ship, they would have just
They would've
sailed
been in the
out
ship.
of it.
Oh shit, you're right.
That's true. But this is why I'm saying, why the fuck did the Fratellis like go to the direction that everybody was? They could have just taken their treasure and ran the opposite direction on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Nobody
are
would have been the wiser.
No.
because who knows? They're a bunch of fucking morons.
Was it because
right?
Sloth
Yeah.
made them? Did Sloth make them?
Maybe
go that
that's
way?
why.
I don't
Maybe
know,
that's
but
why.
like
Who knows?
maybe
What about that cartoon moment when Sloth like knocks their heads
oh
together?
great.
Oh my god,
Great classic.
that was
Classic.
great.
I
That was
love
good.
that
I
scene.
love
It's like
it
Abbott
too.
and Costello.
Yeah.
That scene, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this scene was great. I
Or
love
how
it.
about Brolin being useless and not heroic at all?
We haven't talked about him at
He
all.
doesn't do shit. He doesn't
he
do.
doesn't.
He gets tied up by a slinky. He then does nothing to help them ever. He is
Nope.
trying to make out with this girl. He then
the entire time.
The
I'm like,
entire
give it a
time.
rest already.
Over and
Dude,
over.
don't
As an
they-
adult,
they
I'm
even
like,
try to
cut the
do it in the
shit.
and they're
restaurant,
covered in piss and shit. Like
Yeah.
they don't do anything. And then
It's
like
hot, man.
the
Caves.
girl,
Yo, for
the
some
girl
people, it
is
2 girls,
being-
1 cup, baby.
Why would you bring that up?
I had forgotten about that. Thanks, Manny.
This is Nostalgia Says podcast, baby.
Gross. Why?
Oh, but here's the best part. They push Andy, the girl he likes, onto the plank.
Yeah.
Now this guy's working out the entire time. He can't do anything. He doesn't do anything.
No,
Instead,
this is just
she
proving though,
jumps,
that slinky thing doesn't work. It doesn't do
but
anything.
he then jumps in after her.
Yeah.
The only one that punches anyone is Martha Plimpton,
I know.
who punches the mom. No one does anything but Martha Plimpton. She's like, fuck
Yes.
you.
Really
Quack.
weird, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, and why?
Josh
What
Brolin
is
did
happening?
nothing. He did
But
nothing.
also, I still don't understand. Okay, so they made Andy walk the plank and her arms were tied, right? So I get that because she would sink.
Right.
But like the rest of them weren't. So like, what were they going to do with them? Like just swim around this pool?
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know.
The,
And
the
it was a
Fratellis
horrible
plan
situation.
was terrible.
It
It was
was-
not a
they
good
didn't
plan.
think
They
that
stopped
through at all.
thinking at that point. Like
I
mom
don't
had a
think they
good plan
ever
in the
thought.
beginning.
Did
I
they?
know.
She
They're,
had a
like,
good plan in the
shooting guns in a
beginning.
cave, Manny? Like, come on.
Yeah.
In the
Who's shooting a gun in
beginning,
a cave?
Manny, they tried to set a whole building on fire. So, like, to get what kind
Yeah,
of
it's a
jail
good
is that?
point.
There's like 2 cells.
True.
And-
Yeah.
Thank you. It was the county jail. And what
Yep.
was that? Wait, they put that like
That
fire
cell-
like perimeter.
fire
around
bomb,
Dan,
it.
that
I would love
jail
to
cell
see Jesse for Free Willy in that jail.
No, that jail cell reminded me of the jail cell from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh,
That was
Well,
that
they're the
jail.
same, see?
That was
It
that
is the
jail,
same
and you
stuff.
said that it was in the same town. That was that jail. I guarantee this must have been an area or a town that they used a lot for
Maybe.
filming movies.
It
Like
must have
remember
been cheap,
Ithaca?
man.
Like before Hollywood, if everybody
19
was like filming
million.
in Ithaca,
Yeah.
like they must have like
yeah.
they were like,
You know, I just
oh,
realized that the Fratellis are like the idiot mob. That's why they're in Astoria, Oregon. They're like, oh, it's the mob, but no, it's like the idiot mob. They're like, oh, these fucking
They're only
morons.
half
Send 'em to
Italian.
Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're only half Italian.
Oh, they're like, yeah, send them. It's like that show Tulsa King, but they're like, no, get the fuck out
Yeah.
to Astoria, Oregon, man. You guys suck.
yeah.
You guys can
Yeah.
have your own fucking thing
Yeah,
out
have
there.
fun.
Leave us alone.
The idiot mob.
Don't even check in. Just do your
Yeah.
own thing.
We don't need any money. Just get the fuck out of here.
Go take from the Goonies.
Yeah, go
like,
steal from some fucking 10-year-old kids.
like the big. They didn't
Wait,
even
oh,
need
wait. You know what we didn't talk about? How Chung's so dumb, too. That he just runs up to the first car he sees. He doesn't
Oh
even
my
look at
God,
who's
yes.
in the car. He's just like,
I mean, dude,
Yep.
he's a kid. He's freaking out. He doesn't know.
No, I thought that was,
best
I
is
thought
that he
was
doesn't
funny,
shut
too.
up,
Like you can
'cause
see
he
the
just,
guy's
like-
face. Like,
Yo,
Yeah, he just doesn't shut up. Like he can't.
Oh,
he has
God.
such like. I love when it.
He's a
when he's
snitch.
Oh, yeah.
Like that scene. Like again, that scene when he's like crying and he's like telling the story and
in
they're all
fourth
they're
grade,
just-
I
scene.
did this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that scene was hilarious.
that
So
that,
good.
that
It's
was
one of the best.
greatest scenes
it is
of all
one of the
time.
best, man.
Of all
Best
So
time.
characters.
good.
I gotta say, like as the movie rolls on, I'm like, these characters are phenomenal. They're just
Oh,
great.
yeah.
And I would say that if they made this into a ride or like an adventure, like where you had to go through the maze, I'd go
Yes.
in a
I would
second.
ride
Oh,
that shit
hell
over
yeah,
and over
dude.
again.
I go all the
Hell
time.
yeah.
Like, oh, and then you get to jump off the blanket into a pool. Like,
Yes.
yes, let's go.
Yep.
That's-
Water
I'm-
slide.
I'm running. I'm
Make
doing
this
it all.
happen. Who
I'm
can
doing
make
it
this
all.
Manny, open
happen?
a Goonies themed theme park. Do it.
Yeah,
Screw
I would-
brewing, man.
I would-
Open that.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
It's another
my
job
God.
for you, Manny.
Yeah, Manny, we need
Maybe
you to
this
do
one
more
will
work.
hit. This one's gonna hit.
Oh my God, that would be
Like
hilarious.
it would be great to be like, as if like, because I love escape rooms. Like imagine this as an escape room,
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
and you had to go through the whole thing.
see, that's
Play this
actually
thing.
doable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
that
could
would be
set up
sweet.
an escape room.
yeah.
There you go.
Because you
People
it
pay
doesn't
for
even-
that shit. You can make money off of that.
New business plan.
Oh, I know.
The
But
nostalgia
like imagine
test
like you
escape
set it
room.
up and you even have like a slide and you have a thing like that'd be so cool. I think and
Oh
like
my
where you
God.
have to like take out the same amount and like not let the scales tip and everything.
We're
So,
just giving more ideas away.
and we always
I
do
know.
on the show.
Yeah.
This is why we don't make money. Everyone.
No, we got to do this now. Nostalgia test escape room. We rotate through different movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You set it up
Yes.
differently. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got to
Oh
get the
my gosh.
plutonium for the DeLorean.
Yes. Yeah. You do like a monthly
Dude, that's
theme.
awesome.
You gotta
yeah.
you gotta be able to like zip line down and connect it at the same exact time that the car is
Super
coming.
dangerous.
That is awesome.
It's the action park of
Yes,
escape
I
rooms.
love it. All right, we
You
just
have
need
to
backer.
fight-
We need to
you-
go get an angel investor for this.
You have to fight
All
a
right.
Russian for like the Rocky IV one, and then like
Here
and
we
then
go,
make the
Rocky
speech at the
again.
end.
It's
Which I
never
think-
gonna
You have
end
to
the
make a
Rocky.
speech at the end.
Never
I
gonna
think-
end the Rocky one.
Mikey's speech is like the Rocky 4 speech, like the if I could change, you could change speech.
Oh, it
Like,
is, yeah.
Uh-huh.
In Goonies, he's like, it's our time. It's not their time. It used
It's
to be
our time
their
down
Our
here.
time.
Now it's our
Yeah.
time down here.
It's
Up
their
there,
time
it's
up
someone-
there. It's their time.
It's
our time down here.
Down in this shithole cave, it's
Yeah,
our
it's
Our
time.
parents-
fucking-
They're doing. Basically, he's like, our parents suck, and we're gonna lose our fucking houses.
we might
don't
as well
wanna
die
go to
in this
there.
cave.
Bears
I don't
are
want to go there. I
crackheads.
want to ignore. I want to ignore life. I want to put my head in the sand. It's our
Yeah.
time.
But see, that's what makes this shit so good. It's
Yeah.
like it is an escape from reality, and that's why that's why every nerd wants to do this, right? It's like you got to get away from all of the Troys in the world, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else
Hanging out
made me
Wishing
laugh
Wells.
at the end is to going back to the sloth thing where like he comes up and Chunk's like, "You're gonna live with me now," and I'm like,
Oh,
"What the
God.
fuck?" Like his parents like, "What the fuck is this?"
His
dude?"
parents like, God damn it.
Who is
That's
this
mom
guy?
said-
and
no, no.
why?
It's
I
like he's
disagree
a
with you guys
dog,
because his
though. He's
mom
like
is
he's
an
a-
enabler. His mom
Yeah.
is an
Oh,
enabler.
yeah, she brought the-
Oh,
He
she's
does
loving
whatever
that
to
shit. It's
point.
one extra mouth to feed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my
that's
God.
what that's what the sequel should be. It should be a spin-off
It's just Chunk and
buddy
Sloth.
show where
Do you think?
Sloth
Do you
Wow.
think Sloth
fucking
is going to
Chunk
be in
live
this?
together.
Do you think Sloth is going to be in the sequel?
Hell no.
I hope so. He won't be, but
Like an
I
old
know
Be a
he's great.
Sloth?
sitcom with just Sloth and Chunk, man.
Yes,
A
exactly.
buddy
I'd
cop
watch the
movie?
shit out of that.
Yeah.
I'd watch. Oh
Like-
yeah, I'd watch the shit out of that movie. It
Well,
would.
that'd be
apparently, I did find sort of what the sequel might be. Like
Okay.
it's not even. We don't know yet.
Why? Why
But
do they have to do
apparently,
this?
Money.
Variety like
That rich
suggests that
stuff.
the sequel
The
they
rich
suggest that the sequel might involve the Fratellis son, a character previously introduced in the video game The Goonies 2.
Wait,
So they're-
what?
In the video game The Goonies or The Goonies 2, the video, whatever, Fratellis have a son, and that might be
Also, the son wants.
They're all
revenge.
sons. I don't understand which son.
no. The Fratelli, they
Fratelli-
might have a son, like one of
Like a
those
younger
two
One of the
brothers.
sons have a son.
Maybe I
Yeah.
hope it's the opera singer one.
The psychotic one.
Yeah, because he used the serial
Not the one
killer.
with the toupee
Yeah.
that's like flying off.
Oh my
No.
God, that was the best part when he took his
Joey
his hair
Pants
off.
is out of here.
Oh,
But like
get Joey Pants
I-
out of here.
I,
Oh,
so that what he's gonna like get revenge on the Goonies.
dude, I don't know.
Like,
Revenge
Maybe
of
is
what?
it a
Their
horror
life
movie where
sucks.
like they have normal lives now? And
You know
families,
they're
and he's just
definitely gonna
fucking
have-
killing them one by one.
You know that Data. You know, yeah. Oh wow, yeah, yeah.
I mean, really, what?
Dude, I
Dude,
watched that
imagine
movie.
they kill Data first. Like he kills Data
They
first.
can. He's the star.
well, you
No,
have to
Data's
because he
gonna-
has all the inventions that would.
Yeah,
like,
Data's
get them
gonna
out of
have
it.
more inventions. He's like he had come up with some crazy app. He's probably like in Silicon Valley, and they call him up and they need his help. That's what it's gonna be.
and he's gonna save the day.
Yeah, he's gonna have to because
There has
the
to be
other ones.
Sloth
What are
again.
they doing? What's Mikey doing? Mikey's like
They all have kids.
Mikey-
they're all gonna
Mikey-
have kids. They're all
Mikey's-
Goonies. They're townies. They're
the
kids
only
are
thing that
townies.
would
If
make
they're
sense is
still in
Mikey's
that
running the
shitty town.
museum of the pirate ship. He has the pirate ship. They finally got it.
How?
And made it into a museum.
That thing sunk probably 2 seconds later. It's
Yeah,
been
it did.
rotting away in that. That
He
thing shouldn't even
400
be-
years
Perfect
of
condition.
water.
It was
He
preserved.
scuba dove down. Oh, it could be that. Like maybe one of the Italian the Fratellis. He's
Fratellis.
scuba diving down to the wreck and getting the
rich stuff.
treasure.
like the
rich
like
rich
that,
stuff.
Rich stuff.
like that guy who's the creator of the Titanic movie? What's his
James
name?
Cameron.
Yeah, like
Cameron.
James Cameron.
Him
He's
and James
obsessed-
Cameron are going down into this wreck to get the rich stuff, and the Goonies are there to protect it. They're the protectors.
They're
of the wreck.
protecting it underwater, so it becomes
Oh
like
my God! I don't give a fuck. I don't hope
what is
they
this,
don't.
Sea Lab?
All of these plots, our plots are not going to be any more ridiculous than the actual plot, right?
The plot is
Yeah.
going to be ridiculous. It's got like what are they going to do? And first of all, here's the
Dude.
thing: what I'm mad about is I don't want to see
Now you're
the
mad.
adults go through a freaking adventure.
No.
Of course
That
not.
won't be. It can't be.
No.
You don't want to watch some 45-year-olds
No,
traipsing into the wild.
That'd be and Josh Brolin's like 60.
no.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I want to see.
Who has
that.
time for this?
I
We
wanna
were
see
just
if they
talking.
bring back the freaking.
We were just talking about none of us
mattress
have time to hang out, and who has time? Oh, it's 6 of us. Goonies never die. We're going on an adventure. I'd be like,
Oh, wait,
sorry,
wait,
man.
so
My
wait,
kids
where
have
did that
soccer,
come
and I
from, by the
can't
way? What is Goonies never say die? Why is that the slogan? What
I
are these
don't-
kids
They-
up to?
you know why I think that
I-
that slogan's stupid? Because they did say die. They were all going to sell the house, so the Goonies were giving up.
Well, because
So-
their parents.
Mikey believed that
Suck.
they never said die.
But why is that the slogan? Like, if you're hanging out with your group of friends
Yeah.
and you like come up with like a slogan, like why
Sure.
is it never?
I
say
don't know.
die?
We
Like,
should see their other adventure they might have gone on that happened because
They
that
had no other
obviously.
adventure.
do you
came
think there
from
was an
some-
adventure before this one?
Definitely, because why would they say that? Like, Goonies never say die.
Dude, where are they venturing? They went the furthest they could
In
go.
the living room, I told you it's D&D.
Manny, maybe
Bro,
when they were
exactly.
younger, one of their best friends died, so they're just permanently scarred for life and have to say that every time they do something.
I think
together.
There's like another friend.
I would make sense. Are they like buried in like that front yard with the Rue Goldfinch?
It's like actually much darker than you realize.
Yeah,
It is.
right?
I'm
That
sure
chicken
there's
laying the eggs
a
is,
theory
like, over
that it
the-
is.
Well, I mean, Richard Donner, I think he the director of this movie, he also directed Radio Flyer.
Oh, that's a dark movie.
Yeah,
I
it's-
know. It always shows up some.
Ay.
Yo, that Radio Flyer boy is Mouth, maybe, because he had some dark stuff. That was his wish. He
To
came
run
into
You think
away?
they're the
this town.
same character?
Possibly.
It's not Corey Feldman in the movie.
They needed a good actor.
Cold November rain. That's it.
Oh my god, stop.
That's a
Dan,
great one.
Dan, you couldn't wait to drop all these things. I
That's
love
a
it.
great one.
That was a good one.
I have to
The other
get I have to get Billy one because we just did the load and reload episodes of
Oh,
Metallica. And the
Oh,
quotes
dude, there's some bad ones there.
talking about the
We
album.
talking about the
cover.
load cover, yeah.
It's-
I don't even remember it.
oh well,
I have to
you
look
just
it
have to
up.
know that it's blood and jizz. That's all the cover is.
Oh, great. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Art,
That
art
tracks.
made of that, yeah.
Well,
That's
that
metal.
being said,
That's metal.
You know, before you go, Pio, there's one part that just popped in my head. You know, we were talking about the stereotypes in this, and this is one where I was like, "Oh, this is really bad." At the end, where Data's dad opens his thing and the camera
Yes.
comes out, because remember there was like
Oh.
every 80s stereotype movie of like
yeah,
Asian people taking pictures. I was like, "Oh God," they leaned into that one real heavily.
and then the film fell
The
out.
film pops out. Yeah.
Yeah,
And my kids
Andy's
were like, what the hell is that? And I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're-
that's what cameras were. Yeah.
That's your kids like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
They don't know what that shit is. They're like, what? What is that? They're like, oh yeah, we read about that in a Berenstein Bears book. That's
oh
right.
Jesus Christ! Oh, we're so fucking old.
Exactly.
Well,
It's moments like that where it hits you and you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
it is
Yep.
now the 40th anniversary of Goonies. So I mean, I should have said that at the
Woohoo!
beginning of this episode, but it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Popping
40
up
years.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sweating. What is there anything else that we have not said, which is 1,000
I
things?
gotta check my notes. Wait, hold on. I feel like there's just so much to talk about with this. Like,
the horrible bats. Like
Oh,
when they
yes!
did the close-ups.
they're like on their faces.
Yeah, just floating there.
Steph is like rabies.
Yeah. Going right to the hair.
But you can see the strings on the bats.
Oh yeah, yeah. It clearly, like someone in the background is like going like that, shaking it.
And they're like hitting themselves in the head. Like, with the-
Oh, that was the best. That was the
Yeah, that
best
was
part.
ridiculous.
so
There's
bizarre.
just so many
man.
good scenes in this. Like,
It's like a
I'm
prop
like,
fail.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering the scene with when they get to the restaurant and they're like, get them water. And it's like,
yeah.
they're
I know.
okay
Rust
walking
water.
in. It's like, get the hell out of there.
Why
Like,
would
what
you
the
do
hell?
that? And they stay.
Yeah.
We,
Well,
you know what? We
Just
did
'cause
talk
they're
about
so
the fact
obsessed.
that they went up to the attic, but Brand's never been in the attic. He says,
Yeah.
"I've never been up." It's his
Yeah, it's
fucking.
like, what the
house.
hell, dude?
It's your house.
I would have gone.
You've
up in
never
that
been
attic.
up here. What are you up to, dude?
If someone goes, "Hey, don't go up there." First thing I'm doing.
Is
Yeah,
going
no,
up there,
yeah.
right?
At like 8 years old, bam, I'm there.
Yeah, your parents weren't home. They were definitely, latchkey kids.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh fuck
No.
yeah!
Keys. These doors
That's
Yeah,
what my
no
kids
lie.
couldn't
It goes
comprehend
to
in this movie. Like I'm watching it with Henry, and he's like,
where are their parents? Like, why are they all just there alone? I was like, no, like
Archer
dude, this
asked me
growing
the
up was
same
like.
thing.
Yeah.
My son asked me
where,
the same
where are
thing.
they?
He said, "Wait, they get to ride their bikes on their own?"
Through
He's
the
like, "Mom,
forest.
do I get to do that when I'm 10?" I was like, "I don't know, dude.
Through the forest on a highway.
Yeah.
So did
Down
you guys?
to the fucking ocean."
It's a miracle none of us came home dead growing up like that.
So
No, literally, my
Let me
husband
ask-
said he used to go down to like culverts and he'd like ride his bike through culverts, like
What is that?
giant pipes, giant water pipes.
Yeah.
Those giant,
That's the shit you
those
see on
big
TV.
concrete,
Yeah.
like
that's like where the guy from
Whoa.
like Terminator, they were like hiding out in those pipes and stuff like that. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
my
that's crazy.
God.
Yo, if you guys watched the preview of this,
No.
one of them shows that at one point an octopus comes out.
Oh,
yes,
right.
that's not in
Attacks
the
them.
movie. That's right.
It's not.
right.
Thank
Really?
God it's not.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that's not in the movie.
It got cut out.
I am glad that got cut out.
I
'Cause
wonder if that's
I'm
a
watching-
deleted scene somewhere.
It is.
Oh, it is.
It's all over
It
the
is.
You
internet.
can find it. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
watch it. I
yeah,
never watched
like-
that.
She's like screaming. What's her name? That punched the.
Steph.
Yeah.
Steph screaming at mouth, and like the thing like comes at her, and then
Is it like
Dada,
near the end? Like
and
at
of
the
course,
end when they're
yeah,
by the
at
ship?
the end, and then Dada comes and puts like a bomb in his, because of course he has it, in the mouth of the octopus, and the octopus
And it blows up.
Yeah,
That was like lore when we were kids. I remember people talking about that because there was
Yeah.
actually a cover that had for the movie that had the octopus. They hadn't like edited it out or something.
yeah.
And then, so everybody was like, wait, do you have like the version with it? It was never in there. They cut it out, but
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
like a
like
big thing.
it's so crazy because
Billy, if you go to IMDb, I'm gonna share it with you right now because it's there.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it until just now. I'm looking at the preview and I'm like, wait, what? And first of all, I gotta mention previews back in the day gave away the movie. Like,
Oh,
if
fuck
you
yeah.
go,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, you don't like. I'm
You don't
watching.
have
it,
to
I'm
go watch
going
it.
like, you don't even have to watch it. Like
Yeah.
this,
It'd
is
be like if they did one for 6 cents in the 80s, like in the preview, be like, I see dead people.
yeah,
yeah.
like literally.
If you watch,
What the fuck?
Billy, I'm
like
sending-
Empire Strikes Back. I am your father. It's just like
Yeah,
what the fuck,
damn it.
bro? Like, what
Yeah.
Thanks.
dude, watch the preview and you're like, oh, I just watched the whole movie. That's
No,
all
you're
it is.
totally right.
Well,
Yeah.
a couple funny trivia things like the pirate ship was entirely real. All the shots were filmed in the ship. After the film, it was
Wow.
offered to anyone who would take it. No one wanted it, so the ship
What?
was scrapped.
Oh,
Disney
man.
didn't want to take
Dude.
this.
Right?
The, t- the
Universal
cast was
Studios?
no
Jeez.
one wanted it. The cast was not allowed to see the pirate ship before the scene was shot. So, as director Richard Donner wanted to catch their genuine reactions at the size and scope of it. So, when they do see it, Josh Brolin was so surprised that he exclaimed "fuck," and the scene had to be reshot.
What did they
was-
expect?
I know it was mostly shot in sequence, and it took about like 5 months to shoot the whole movie. So they actually shot it like
Yeah.
in the
In
sequence.
linear?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's why when I said in the beginning, I felt that was weird because in the beginning I'm like, it just felt like kind of a little flat, and it got like better and better and better, and the acting got better and better. I'm like, it was
That's
like a
why.
pacing
yeah.
that explains everything.
Oh,
Do you think
Billy.
they did it because they had young actors and that's why they did it? Because it'd be easier to shoot it like consent, you know,
Linear.
consent.
Probably.
Yeah, and then-
Maybe to get
yeah.
even more of like a genuine like feel of adventure, right? Like you're
or
going through this because
bonding,
like
that kind of thing.
yeah, because like think about if you had to shoot the last scene the first day, you're
Right.
just meeting these people. You have to
Yeah,
act
weird.
like you like
as hell.
these people, like you just did this whole thing and you got the rich stuff. Like would have been less genuine than putting them through this adventure.
Well,
a good point.
according to international maritime salvage law, the rights to a salvage vessel and its contents go to the person or persons who first successfully bring something off the vessel in question.
So Mikey's
since
got
Mikey
it.
brought the jewels off the ship, everything belongs to him.
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
yeah. I love it.
And
Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Oh,
Be Billy, all of
novelization,
your concerns.
Get
out
this-
the
Thank
window.
God. I was worried about that.
they
the
better bring this up
novelization-
in the freaking Legacy sequel. This better be brought up.
the novelization of the movie confirms that Chunk's parents actually do adopt Sloth, going so far as to throw him a bar mitzvah.
Ah! Shut up. Get out of here.
Oh, bro, I would pay to see that scene. That'd be so on the fucking chair. That'd be so funny. Oh my
I love
god.
it. I love it.
Oh, that
That
right
is
there. That's a movie
amazing.
right there.
Oh, it is. Yeah. They
That's
missed out in the
amazing.
80s. They needed those
They
two
should have
actors.
that bar
Like, they
mitzvah
should have just
on the
gone
pirate
right
ship.
off of it. Oh my god.
That's amazing.
All
That
the
is
pirate
amazing.
skeletons in the movie are real. Chester Copperpot
what do you
skeleton
mean?
is plastic. So
Wait,
they're
so
actually
only
real.
They
Chester
actually have real
Copperpot is plastic? So did they use real skeletons for that organ? Like, was that like?
I guess.
Like real
Maybe.
bone.
Mad
Well,
about
that's
How do you
that's the
make an
poltergeist
organ
thing.
out of
They use
bones?
real skeletons in Poltergeist, and that's why everyone keeps dying from that movie. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
that's
thing
like
they did in the
cursed.
80s. Where people
it
just
was
use
cursed.
fucking real skeletons. It's crazy.
Were they
Wow.
like grave digging for these things? Where'd they get these
Wow.
from? They're like, we need
Oh,
a
yeah.
truckload of skeletons.
Yeah.
It's the poor bastard that donated their body to science and like, oh, you're a fucking extra in movies now. You're
Yeah,
skeleton.
right. You did some good there.
Wow. That
Holy
is
boy. That's crazy town.
that's oh my god.
I had one more thing I was thinking of. What was it?
I'm blown away.
By Rosalita or by
I love her.
Oh,
I hope she shows up in the movie, the new one.
she's
She
got to be
made-
in the movie.
I
hope
hope there
she's
isn't
still alive.
anyone. It's so bad that this
I'm
would
just trying to
be
think about
another-
what could be the adventure.
taxes.
I mean, we're so jaded.
The Goonies, fight
wanna say,
taxes.
I mean, I'm like hoping that it's good. I
Goonies
just
are
don't
good
see.
enough.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't just see how it's going to be. Like, it'll never be as good as this. The feeling that you never even
you
like,
can't make it like this.
you
but
can't remake an '80s movie.
mm-mm.
Nope.
The feeling
It's
of
gonna-
it,
It's gonna be too shiny. And
because
it's
even like
gonna-
cheesy 2025, you're just annoyed at cheesy 2025.
Yeah.
yeah.
In 80s cheese, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
like it's fucking 80s cheese. Like, like you like it.
But it's
But did
also
we
raw. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's not like we said. There's shit you can get away with a PG movie then that you just can't today. So it has a totally different feel. Like
Yeah,
I can't
they're gonna
imagine
have
what
to
these
make it
kids would be doing in this
PG-13.
movie. Like even PG-13. I strongly I wonder. Like
They
really
said
wonder.
shit a lot in this movie, which I don't think you can get away with that in a PG movie now. And even a PG-13 movie, I think there's probably a limit to it, I would think.
oh, 100%. Damn, what are you laughing about?
Are you all right, Dan?
Billy, I think you should just say it doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever. So I texted Dan this because I don't want to say it on the pod, but fuck it. I was like, the sequel's going to be that all the Goonies are at January 6th.
Seriously?
Oh my
Seriously? Oh God. I don't.
Oh my God.
No! Mentos, the fresh maker.
End the show.
Yeah,
And
right.
I don't know why that popped into my head. It just did. I was like, oh God. Oh my God.
Oh God.
God.
People, if you're not liking and subscribing to this podcast, then I don't know what you're doing. Like, we're putting it out there. Listen, let's just put
Yeah.
this to the test now. I think it's time.
Yeah, let's put it to the test. It's time. We got to go do Newfound Glory.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Ugh.
All
All
right,
right,
so
and
Which,
that's gonna
by
be
the
a-
way, covered the
Of
course.
Good Enough.
We
for
talked
Goonies
about this
song.
before, yeah, and made good that song better than it was.
It's much
It-
better. Yeah.
I
yeah,
mean, it wasn't that difficult.
No,
Yeah, very good point. Good point, Megan.
Pretty sure I could have made
very
that
good
better.
point.
it's so bad. I was
So
so
bad.
disappointed by that
I
song.
really need you guys to watch that video, man. That music video, Cindy Lauper.
We should.
it's,
I will watch it later
it's
tonight.
okay.
I need.
We're
to
definitely gonna
refresh
watch
my
it.
memory on that.
We're definitely gonna watch it.
Watch it in the next episode because it's gonna be a very short one.
Oh God! All right, so
all right,
let's
go.
put this to the test. So you all know, if it passes, that means it's still good. You would recommend it. It's something that you would watch again. It wasn't, it held up. If it fails, then it's just nostalgic. It's fun to watch, but it just, it doesn't hold up. It's got a lot of problems. You're just like, I don't know about this. And then if it totally fails and it's a horrible, horrible experience, then it's Airheads bad or just terrible. We got to forget this forever.
No. It's
Free
the
Willy
Santa,
bad.
What the
Free
Santa,
Willy
Free Willy
bad.
bad or the Santa Claus? What the hell?
Santa Claus the movie bad.
That's the worst ever.
Yeah, Santa Claus the movie bad.
All right.
All right.
Movie sucks.
Airhead's a great movie.
No, it's not.
Wait, Santa Claus the movie is there.
Oh.
Oh, here's the
Oh,
Newfound
such a
Glory
piece.
Goonies. All right, I've had enough already.
No,
so
you got to get to the point of the good enough.
Oh.
7 seconds, Dan. We won't get
no,
going.
I don't care. We've already. Let's.
I didn't listen to this.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
This is terrible.
It's better than the original.
Okay.
All right. So, does Goonies from
Marvelous.
1985 pass the nostalgia test? Let's just start who I'm seeing in an order for me. Billy, let's start with you.
I'm gonna say it definitely passes for me. I enjoyed watching it again. Hadn't watched it in years. Watch it with my 9-year-old who I thought was gonna be like, oh, fuck this, walk away, and he watched the whole thing. It's a movie I could see myself going back to again. Yeah, are there some things that are cheesy that are very 80s-esque? Yes, but overall, I'd still say it passes. I would watch it again.
Excellent. All right. So, Megan, does Goonies pass the nostalgia test?
100%. I'm representing here with the
Fuck
Goonies
yeah.
shirt. I would watch it a million more times. I had a blast rewatching it. And even though my kids were not paying attention, I was angry because I was like, I need to focus. Get away if you're not going to do it. I would watch this, and I'm going to make them watch it again. I'm serious. When they're 10 and 8, we're revisiting this movie. They've got to love it. It's amazing. It definitely passes.
Amazing. All right, Manny.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best adolescence adventure. Forget about the real life. I'm in this. I want to live in this town with them. I want to go on the adventure with them. Told so well. The tempo of this movie was such a perfect tempo, and I actually am mad that I haven't been watching it as often as I do. Because you brought it up before, Megan, you have it on cable every once in a while. And you're like, oh, I'll sit and watch a couple of the scenes because whatever. But I haven't watched it from start to end in a while, and I'm like, I got to start watching this again. And I'm gonna make definitely my nephew watch it because I think
Yes. I can't wait to hear what he thinks.
Definitely would. I think he would like it. I think he'll like it. So, if you like Cobra Kai, the show, that cheesiness, you'd definitely like this movie.
Ooh, what if okay, let me give my grade and I'm going to ask one more question. I
right.
definitely think that this passes the nostalgia test. It was so fun to watch. It was hilarious. And I think that Chunk, that character was the best out of everyone. He was hilarious. The physical comedy, everything he did was amazing. And it was just so memorable. I mean, and also not memorable, certain scenes where I'm like, I didn't remember that at all happening. And so that was interesting. And knowing that it's a 2-hour movie, which is also interesting to realize that, but loved every second of it. It was a real blast to watch. And I would recommend that if you haven't seen Goonies, you got to watch it. And if you're listening to this and this still exists 100 years from now, and there's still things that you can actually watch and we're not taken over.
You want the
by
robots to
some
watch
alien-
it?
AI should watch it.
Goonies.
Terminator is
Better AI
real.
movies.
Yeah.
So my question would be this then. Instead of a sequel, would you then take a Cobra Kai like series that is like Goonies, that is like a Goonies series instead?
Like kids going on an adventure all the time?
Isn't that
like
just
Adventure
Stranger
of Time-
Things?
We did take it. I was going to
But they
say.
have to
But-
be.
but-
They have to be.
but that's a little
exact
different. That's like science fiction.
Yeah,
That's like
I mean, it's the same shit. I don't know.
I no, she's
just-
right. It has the same vibe.
It is,
Like,
but I would
it's
take
like-
I would take that over another movie, because
I
it just
agree.
feels like you can watch that or not watch it. Like I'm gonna fucking hate watch the sequel at some point because I'm gonna feel like I need to, right?
Well,
So I
we're
think
gonna do it on the show.
a TV series is just less egregious, in my opinion.
yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's done
much-
well, it could work. Like
Yeah.
I said, I
Yeah.
really want to see Sloth and Chunk living together, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
Dude,
100%.
I would love to see a buddy cop movie with those two.
Or
That's
just
what I want.
Just do like a
Their
30-minute
antics.
sketch of that.
Yeah. But
Um,
they could do it because Richard Donner directed all of the Lethal Weapon movies. So let's get this fucking going.
yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
Last thing, did you guys see the Easter eggs that are in Jurassic Park? Newman, the guy, what's his name?
Oh,
the
Will
actor.
Newman? Nedry.
Nedry wears all the
Yeah.
different outfits of the kid throughout
Oh,
the
no.
different scenes. Yeah, he
I
has
didn't know that.
He has the yellow rain jacket at one point. He has mouths like silver jacket. He's got I think he has Mikey's too. Like he does like
he has the
Dude,
the
I did not
Hawaiian
know
shirts.
this.
Oh,
And
he
I
has the
fucking love
Hawaiian
Jurassic
shirt.
Park.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he has the Hawaiian shirt. So
Yeah.
like it's every scene that he's in, it's basically an homage
Holy
to the
shit.
Goonies.
Wait, which Jurassic Park is this?
The first one.
First
First
one.
one?
Shut up.
Wow.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know. That's like my favorite movie. One of my
Now I
favorite
gotta
movies
rewatch
ever
that.
already.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh fuck, you're right, Manny.
Yeah. Well, I found this out because somebody's like, yeah, did you catch the Easter egg? And I was like, oh shit. Like it's every like when he's waiting and he's giving the like he's showing that shaving cream thing to the guy at the hut, like he's eating, he's wearing the Hawaiian shirt. And then like when he's trying to leave and it's
Wow.
raining, he's wearing the yellow jacket. When he's like sitting, he's somewhere, he's got mouse jacket on.
Yeah, it's
And
when
that
he's
guy-
like shutting down and stealing the shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
that guy
crazy.
that he meets is dressed like like Troy's dad, like when he meets him with the hat and
Yes.
everything. And it's
Yeah.
funny, like that's one of my favorite scenes in Jurassic Park where he's like
We got
talking he's like,
Dotson.
Dotson, we got
Don't
Dotson
forget,
here. It's like nobody
Dr-
cares.
like Spielberg and Lucas like are close friends. Like they
Oh,
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
always
Yeah.
played homage to each other, like
Yeah.
every movie. So
Yeah.
That's also very old school though. I feel like that doesn't happen a lot or well anymore, right? But once
No.
again, maybe that's because of all the remakes. I don't know.
I think now it's like it's done so it's like too
Grossly?
much. Like this,
Yeah.
I feel like that was like done very
Oh.
subtly.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, I feel like, and then we'll end this podcast episode. Jesus,
we passed the 90s minute.
we passed it
Yeah.
twice.
Okay,
So we are over 90 minutes now. So I think like this is like homage. People just do homages to themselves much more. Like, and it's like, you know, fucking nostalgia trips. I mean, this is what Happy Gilmore 2 is gonna be. It's gonna be just vomitous of like fucking nostalgia and homage to Happy Gilmore 1 over.
It's
and
like
over and over.
masturbatory art. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they really
100%.
But
just
I will
ripped off
argue-
Rocky Balboa.
I will argue that I think people need that right now, and it's working.
We don't need Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore 2.
Nobody
Um,
needs this.
I think people like nostalgia. Like we're on a nostalgia podcast.
But that's just it. It's not nostalgic. It's just
watch the
gross.
original.
We
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
celebrate most of the things that we do on this podcast. like we're looking at it being like, oh God, what happened? What did we do? What were
Yeah.
yeah. But like, I think I understand what you're saying, Manny, too. Like
But
people
dude,
are
it's,
looking for
it's
something
Adam
positive.
Sandler, he's a money grab machine.
Oh yeah.
So like, you know,
100%.
I'm surprised
he-
it took him this long to make.
I'd rather just watch the first one like 10 more times than watch the second one. But I'm gonna
Which
we're
we're
gonna,
gonna have to
fucking
watch
hate
it.
Well, I
watch the
mean,
second
me and
one,
you,
of course
we said this before. Like, not only
Yeah.
is he going to be making money on the second one, but now everybody's going to rent or buy
Yeah.
or watch
Yeah,
the
they'll
first
stream.
one.
They'll stream
And
the
it's
first
like,
one. Yep.
and now then Adam Sandler is going to be number one on all 10 movies on
Yep.
Netflix because he's
Yep.
got a deal with them. And it's
Ugh,
like, he's a cash cow. Like,
Yep.
Yeah. It's a business
regardless
move,
if you
that's
like
all it
him or
is.
not,
This is
Cash
how
cow.
it works
He-
now.
Yep.
If I want to watch like a mindless, stupid movie and I'm on Netflix, I'm like, I'll throw on whatever the latest Adam Sandler movie is. And it's like, it's not good, but it's not like the worst fucking thing I've ever watched. And it entertained me for an hour and a half. Like, that's his business model now. Like, put out a mildly entertaining comedy that someone will waste an hour and a half on.
yes.
Is that like the Mike Myers business model in the 90s?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
We haven't
Exactly.
even gotten into that. We did Wayne's World and that's it. But I really think
Well,
we need
you
to
have to do
start
Wayne's
looking.
World,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
you
start
gotta
doing
like Love Guru. Ooh.
oh,
Oh,
Love Guru.
yeah.
And what's that? The other one, well, Austin Powers. We're gonna have to
But
look
they
at
did,
because
like,
Austin
three of those,
Powers.
yeah.
I mean, like the first
don't
one,
know.
all right.
that might not
they-
hold
yeah.
up. That might not.
I
hold
don't think
up.
it will.
It's
It's also
like-
riffing on like James Bond, which no one nowadays understands at all. Like even in this movie where I'm watching my son, he's like, "What's that music?" I'm like, "It's James Bond's music." He's like, "Who's James Bond?" I'm like, "Never fucking."
What?
James Bond-
Seriously?
Yeah.
I guess that's
well,
true.
even the new James Bonds, like they're not even as cheap. You know, like they weren't so.
No, it's an action movie, and even
Yeah.
the last one, they
Yeah.
fucking killed him off. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't
really?
know
Oh,
that.
good. I don't have to
Yeah.
watch it now.
It's way too long, and then they kill James Bond at the end. So they'll reboot the next one.
What?
So.
Like whatever. Who cares?
'Cause they have
he
to
should have
start with the
died a
new
long
Bond.
time
This
ago.
is
Well,
what
they're
he
gonna.
knows.
I think they're gonna
No,
go.
but this
and
is
make
what
it
happens.
they're gonna make it a woman Bond.
I think it's
It's definitely gonna be the next one.
Probably.
Probably.
It's-
And James Bond
they-
should have
they
died
have
of STDs a long time ago.
Yeah,
I mean, the
talk about
character-
questionable movies. Watch any of the ones from the 60s or 70s, and you're like, how the fuck
Dude.
did this get made? Like, it's like,
Racism.
whoa.
Racism,
God.
Sexism, like
Like,
borderline
dude.
rape, like
Oh,
holy
yeah,
shit, dude.
yeah.
Like it's yeah.
And on that note,
All right.
So everyone,
And that's Dan's way of saying I have to go to the bathroom. We're gonna take a break
That's
and end
the
this
hook.
fucking show.
so everyone, thank you so much for listening to the Goonies episode. Megan, thank you for coming on. And
yes.
just
Thank you for having me.
No, I mean, it was amazing. It was hilarious. Courtney, thank you for showing up. Shout out to Fiction Fixation. And yeah, we'll be back with another episode coming up soon. We got a lot of crazy shit going on. And if you think this is funny and you love this, hit like and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, because I'm going to be putting out like invitations to be in the audience to hang out with us while we do these recordings.
Can't talk though.
Dude, can I plug my book real quick?
Of course you can.
Go for it.
Awesome. So if you're a nerd like me, and you enjoy mystery, because if you low-key like Goonies, then of course you like mysteries, right? Then you might want to check out my book, The Crossroads of Crime Writing. It came out last year, Anthem Press. We do a lot of, it's academic. Sorry, it's not really that much fun. If you're looking for good bedtime material, you want to go to sleep.
What a plug.
No, if you like to analyze literature, this book is for you, especially if you like mysteries. That's all.
Awesome. No, we'll put the link in the show notes and send it out on the newsletter and everything like that. So definitely check that out, and everyone check us out and suggest a test. Because look, Megan suggested a test, and boom, she's on. So get on that. It's on the website, nostalgiatest.com.
That's right. It'll only take
Suggest a
2 years. I'm just joking.
And on that note, everyone,
Awesome.
see you on the next test. Peace.
Bye.
Share this episode with your friends. Subscribe and follow the Nostalgia Test podcast on YouTube, Substack, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Send us your episode ideas and comments, or book us for podcasts and events at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com. Come hang out with us next week, because you never know what pop culture will pop up on the Nostalgia Test.